Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this. My name's Jay Milne. #Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be on to something. All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Dun, da, da, da.
Birthday to you.
Dun, da, da, da.
Say it's your birthday. To you.
All right, did you guys record this earlier?
Yeah.
Is this you went in our new little studio, the new little sound booth, and just banged this out? I wondered why you brought in a guitar case today, and all those mic stands with the kerchiefs tied to them.
Do you know who sings that?
Isn't that McCartney?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it actually the Beatles or is it McCartney?
The Beatles.
Yeah, it's the Beatles.
The Beatles did their own birthday song. They were like, enough of this happy birthday to you. What's the woman's name that still gets all the royalties whenever happy birthday to you is in a movie?
Oh, really?
Yes. Like,
Who would that be?
or a TV show. It was some woman, a woman. Happy birthday to you. Royalties I'll put in. So, happy birthday to... it's now in the public domain. It's free to use without paying royalties.
Thank
Previously,
Whew.
So Warner and Chappell Music, is it Chappell or Chappelle? Claimed they had a rights to it. Oh, man. Now this is bugging me. I didn't know we were going to look into this. Anyway, Patty Hill was a kindergarten principal in Louisville, Kentucky. You've been there, right?
Louisville. Yeah.
Developing teaching methods. Anyway, the sisters used Good Morning to All, and then they had Happy Birthday to You, first appeared in 1912. The Summy Company registered a copyright in 1935, crediting other people for coming up with the song. Yeah, so I think Warner Brothers and this music company were getting royalties whenever it appeared in a movie or something like that, but then I think it was ruled invalid. So it's now part of the public. But there was something where if it was in a movie, somebody got money.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a song. Well,
that doesn't sound in the spirit of Happy Birthday.
It doesn't really sound that well. Hey, if you wrote a little jingle and then it's being used in hundreds of movies and television shows over the course of a year, wouldn't you be like, wait a minute, that's my song? And they're putting it in their movie. They didn't write that part of the screenplay. I wrote it. So you'd be like, Jason Milne wants a little jingle jangle here.
That is interesting to think that somebody. I mean, how stupid is it of me to think that, like, I just assumed Happy Birthday was always a song.
Yeah,
but somebody wrote that.
Somebody had to.
That
be the
lady
first
from
person.
Louisville.
Yeah, so I really skimmed that, so I probably missed a bunch of details. But yeah, I mean, if somebody if you were watching, say, an episode of what would you be curled up on the couch watching?
Friends.
CSI Vegreville.
Sure.
So you're watching CSI Vegreville, right? And Agent Fedoruk is out with Agent Kostyuk, and they're they're at Mrs. Korpionek's cabbage patch, the Kapusta patch.
Yes,
and they're investigating why there's a deceased body, and there was a. And they instead of using the theme song that there is on CSI, Agent Korponiuk looks at the camera and it's like, it looks like we have a pierogi bake. And then, but instead of that coming in, it's a North Shore or Brody song.
Oh.
You wouldn't be like, oh, that's neat. They're using our song in a major TV show.
Right.
You would be like, wait a minute. They didn't ask us if they could play that song.
Coob,
we're not getting any money for that. Shouldn't they be paying us to use our music in CSI Vegreville?
Coob, you have the yeah, right? Okay, so do Korpuniak doing that and then play it instead of the
Korpuniak. Yes. All right, I got to think of it better. So they're looking around the cabbage patch, and they and they don't find a dead body. They find a bunch of wasted pierogies that were just dumped out because pierogies went missing from the pierogi bake the previous night.
Yes,
they were short pierogies, and Mrs. Kulich knows she made enough, so they go to Mrs. There's too many names now. They go to the cabbage patch and they find the pierogies. And then the corporal goes, it looks like we have a Pit of Harry situation.
Yeah. Pit of Harry situation.
That's what it was. And then the music would come in, and you're watching on your couch there, your estate by our Drawson.
Yes.
And you're thinking like, wait a minute.
I need a bigger estate.
You're using a Brody song?
On CSI Vegreville?
I didn't know about this. They got to give us a little kickback for that. Not kickback. You deserve to be paid.
I wonder if
they're using your work.
I wonder if that fellow's listening that was listening yesterday asking if this is in fact a sports show.
Oh, he's highly irritated right now.
He may not come back.
No.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. You and I are the same. We appreciate the acknowledgement. We don't want to make too big a deal about it. Having said that, we will be eating cake on the show today because my cousin Natalia, or as I call her, Lulu, made me a pineapple cheesecake for my birthday, which is my favorite dessert item in the world. And we're going to have some. That's going to be fired up. So we are going to eat on air. I know you're not supposed to do that, but she made enough that... Well, there's a bunch in the fridge. I don't know if anybody's indulged yet.
Well, I've been hearing about this pineapple cheesecake for a while.
I hope you like it.
I'm excited. I will give you, you said Lulu?
Yes.
And Lulu, an honest review.
Yeah, cousin. Yeah.
Cousin Lulu.
Yeah, she's my cousin. Cousin Ann and Aunt Mary dropped me off something cool today as well.
That was nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. So having a good day. Coob is here as well. So first of all, we're wearing stuff today that we recently picked up at Goodwill. We went to the one right over here. It's like, 15 blocks away? It's really close to the station. And you may have seen a couple other programs doing this. This is part of Goodwill Wednesday on Edmonton Sports Talk, powered by Goodwill Industries of Alberta, Alberta's nonprofit thrift stores and donation centers. Your donations empower Albertans with disabilities through the power of work and the dignity of a job. One purchase, one donation, one job, one choice. Goodwill is the power of one. You can visit goodwill.ab.ca for more information. So we each picked up a couple of things. What's Coop pointing at?
Oh, I'm pointing through the camera while Jay was standing up.
You gotta be careful when you do that. I'm getting older. I'm easily distracted and confused.
I won't point at you either, Reid.
So we got a couple items. This is a great, what do you call these with this neck here? I just call this a sweater.
A pullover sweater.
Yeah, it's super comfortable. And I thought I'd get something better for maybe a colder day. I know it's not that cold outside, but this is a nice, cozy pullover. You got an incredible, timely shirt.
Yeah, back-to-back champs.
It's both timely and retro at the same time.
Right. World Series Blue Jays champs. Back-to-back.
Coob, what are you wearing? You got all your stuff's all from Goodwill?
Yeah, I have a full mix of things. I got 3 articles of clothing. I have a sort of a summer-ish shirt. When I shopped, I was trying to manifest good weather, spring weather to come. I picked up my stuff about 2 weeks ago from the South Side Goodwill, which is a location that I frequent very often. But I got a nice little colorful summer button-up shirt.
Looks like a Hawaiian vibe to it.
Yeah, a bit of a Hawaiian. There's some monkeys on it. It's pretty funky, I guess.
And a basketball jersey.
And a
practice
basketball reversible jersey.
That the
number
Duke
12.
Is that
Blue? Blue.
I don't know what.
It doesn't say Blue Devils.
That's not
doesn't say
Jablonski's
Blue
team, is it?
Jays. It's something that you bounce. It's the blue
All right.
Yeah, exactly. And I got some cargo.
A wonderful
Well,
experience.
Nice fit.
Yeah, Jay and I went. We went a couple weeks ago actually. But we're having Goodwill Wednesday for a while, so we'll have another one on this show in a few weeks. My other shirt is going to blow people away. I can't say what it is.
It is.
I can't say what it is, but you and I were looking through the racks, and you heard me kind of squeal. Like you were maybe 30 feet away from me, and then you all of a sudden heard this. Ah!
Yeah.
And I was like, I found one, Jay, and you were like, oh, okay, and then I showed it to you, and you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, we found things that we would actually wear. Like I'm wearing this on the regular. I wore one of the pieces on our ski trip we were just on.
Right.
And then I have another piece. I was stunned at the selection there. I truly was. And it was fantastic. I brought a bag for donation at the same time.
Yep.
So
yeah, that was kind of
don't forget about Goodwill. Go there, donate, go in and look around.
Yeah. Goodwill.ab.ca.
Especially if you have kids. If you have kids, there are so many things. There's clocks, there's alarm clocks, there's lamps, bookshelves,
Knickknacks, trinkets, records,
but
CDs,
clothing too.
games.
There's tons of stuff there.
Yeah,
There's
I was.
tons of stuff.
When we took some time to look around, I was quite impressed with the bunch of stuff that they have. So Goodwill Wednesday here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We also want to welcome aboard and presenting portions of this hour, Lambley's. How about this? Built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lambley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler rigs designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lamleys can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
Oh, how about that? We got the sound bite and everything. That's incredible. So welcome aboard, Lamleys. Thanks for being a part of the Reid Wilkins Show.
Lambley's workwear.
Yeah, how about that?
I always knew them for Western wear. Now they've got workwear.
They're branching out.
Yeah. Check them out. I know they've got a store close to us here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a show from there.
There's one out in Lloyd.
West Edmonton Mall.
Oh, it's right in the mall? Mm-hmm. Oh,
They got one Southside as well.
They do.
We could take
Right on
it if it
Gateway?
fits you.
Sure. A cowboy. Work boots.
By the way,
gloves.
What a game by the Oilers.
Reid.
They getting better?
That would
Well,
be
they are getting better.
They are.
That's
that was just such a wonderfully boring game at times. Right? I mean, I know there's chances. Connor Ingram stood on his head.
great goaltending.
I was saying to you earlier, like that poor man's shoulders this morning must be black and blue because they were going to try and beat him top shelf. And he must have made 4 or 5 close range shoulder saves that I still don't know how you make that. But he looked fantastic last night. The team looked calm. The team looked
huge difference,
right? They looked like they knew what they were doing and they knew how to take care of this 60 minutes of play.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that as we move along. But of course, the Oilers have finally won 4 games in a row. They'll try to make it 5 tomorrow against the Chicago Blackhawks. That's a 7:00 game at Rogers Place. We'll, of course, be previewing it throughout the day on EST. And at 6:00 tomorrow night, the Oil Stream GCL Diesel pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola, and then the postgame show right after. Can indeed the Oilers make it 5 in a row. You can get in touch with us. You can text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the River Cree mobile app. It's free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and it is easy to use. You can email Reid@EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay@EdmontonSportsTalk.com. We love getting some limericks from you throughout the day. All of you are very creative. We love seeing those limericks. And you can stream us, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are wonderful apps. I realize if you're listening, you're maybe already using them, but please spread the word. Let other people know how they can find EST and all the great personalities that we have here. If you have time to go on YouTube and you like the video element as well, please do so. The channel is Edmonton Sports Talk. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember to give us a thumbs up as well. We want to get to at least 100 every show.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. So there's how you can consume us. Give us a thumbs up.
Bigville Rob.
Oh, nice. Oh, my goodness.
Is this going to be a regular spot from now on once a week, please.
Well, I've been making references to CSI Vegreville even since I was hosting Inside Sports. I would work in a little, for some reason, I just thought it was funny.
Maybe you could build another character.
You never know, which we'll get to. We'll get to that's a little foreshadowing, a little bit of a tease from Jay. But first, we got to do the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The locals had calamari for dinner last night. That game made me feel like I was at an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Hey, Boosh, pass the cocktail sauce. Magic Max had one bounce in off his noggin. You know, the Italian soccer team could have used him yesterday. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a Herzegovina in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Giddy up, Gosman struck out 10 for the Bluebirds, but they lost 2-1 in extras. They stranded so many runners, it looked like an episode of Lost. Watch out for the smoke monster. I'm Chet Palmer.
Chet. Well done.
I guess you liked Lost.
I guess so. I've never seen it. Cocktail sauce. I like the seafood buffet.
Do you? Yeah.
That was really good. And the old header from Jonesy.
How about that, eh?
Yeah. How about that?
The Lord's line getting you another goal, Jay.
That should just be an ongoing play of the day. Just the Lord's work. What that line to get 2 or more points a game? Over 1.5 points a game?
Well, Jones was the only one who got a point.
I guess.
Lazar should have gotten an assist on that.
But talking about what you need heading into the playoffs.
Well, when they were up 2-0, the goals were from lines 4 and then line 3.
Yep.
Not that the other lines played bad, but they're getting solid play. What did Knobloch say, I think, after the Saturday game? They're getting, what do you call it? It kind of, he meant like they're tilting the ice, right? Like they're setup shifts.
Right.
Setup shifts. Maybe they don't score, but they're in the other team's end.
Sure.
They're making them defend, and then Connor comes on the ice or whoever. So impressive game. Some roster decisions, I think, looming. Frederick expected to play tomorrow. Colton Dock getting closer. Based on the lines today, it looks like Szymanski would come out. So we'll dive into that a little bit later on. All right, so Jay gave you a little bit of a tease here for our off-topic topic. It's presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. So, Jay, as you know, I talked about this. You heard some of the stuff. We had a great day a week ago with the off-topic topic. And I thought, okay, this might be a bit of a weird one, but I'll take a stab at it because why not try some stuff?
Why not?
If it like I said yesterday, if it fails, so what? It fails. You don't do it again. So the last week's, just to set up where we got this one from, I said write a TV guide style synopsis for an episode of the Edmonton Sports Talk sitcom, and the participation and the submissions were awesome, hilarious, timely, clever, and a large quantity of them too. Like a lot of people jumped in. So today, and I guess kind of related to it being my birthday, we want you to pitch a television show using the characters that we do on this show.
Well, that you do. Let's just be clear
fair
about
enough.
that. All right, so I've established 6.
Okay.
Picard.
Captain
I tried doing them in chronological order as when they were introduced to the show, from my memory.
Okay.
Picard.
Number 1.
Yeah, Hans Gruber.
McLean.
The Bookbinder.
I'm the bookbinder of Alberta.
Bond villain.
Hello, Mr. Bond. It's the same voice.
Riverlion.
Yo, dance for me, lad.
And Jablonski's coach.
Jablonski!
That's really all you need to say.
That's all you need to do. Jablonski. And Jablonski himself could be a character. Booger McBoogerton.
Sure, Booger McBoogerton.
Could be a character. Well, and really anybody from the St. Vincent School, or that could be a setting. The St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys. That could be worked in.
How could we forget Don Cherry? Grapes.
And they had can you believe those two clowns? They didn't take it on.
So I kind of ran with this, Reid. Mine's a little long.
You have
though.
like a full sheet.
Yeah, it's just going to be a problem.
It might be a movie. It's a mini series.
No, it is a miniseries. I asked.
Okay, good.
I said this is probably an 8-show Netflix special. Okay. I don't know. It's probably too late to ask, but like dramatic music underneath this would be fantastic. But I've come up with something that I think is pretty good, and I think it fits the bill.
Okay.
So you can text in your synopsis, and I think you could declare if it's an ongoing TV series.
Yeah.
If it's a mini series.
And it could be a 1 or 2 sentence idea.
Yeah.
Or it could be like, here's how an episode would go, or maybe it's an idea for a movie or something. It doesn't have to be a TV show, I guess, some sort of TV or movie.
Good. That's fine. We'll roll with it. In a distant future, where the continents have fractured into archipelagos and cities cling to stilts above endless, surging waterways, humanity survives at the mercy of the rivers. These are no ordinary currents. They link, they hunger, and they obey a mysterious ruler known only as the River Lion. The River Lion, a myth made flesh, commands the tides with a silent roar. Entire civilizations vanish overnight, swallowed by living floods that reshape the world at his will. His domination is enforced by 2 enigmatic lieutenants, the cold, calculating Hans Gruber, who controls the last remaining dams and waterlocks, and the elusive Bond villain, a master of deception who infuriates and dismantles resistance from within. Amid this drowned world rises an unlikely hero, the Bookbinder, a keeper of forbidden knowledge salvaged from the old world. He believes the rivers were not always hostile, and that somewhere in the past lies the key to stopping them. Reluctantly joining him is Captain Picard, a battle-worn navigator who commands one of the last mobile strongholds, a massive wandering vessel that charts the ever-changing waterways. Together, they embark on a perilous journey across treacherous currents, sunken ruins, and floating war zones. As they decode ancient texts and confront the River Lion's growing power, they uncover a truth more unsettling than myth. The rivers are not just controlled, they are alive, and the River Lion may be their chosen voice, not their master.
And then at the end, it just, Jablonski! That's brilliant. You wrote that?
I wrote, yes, I did write this.
That's outstanding.
I had some help.
Oh, my God. AI? Iwanic?
No.
Am I?
No, I needed to know which characters to bring in.
Oh, okay.
But I honestly think
that's very well done.
Like when I thought of it, I thought of Waterworld.
Yeah, it's
River
a
World,
little bit, yeah.
And the River Lion, but then that's the catch at the end.
Yeah.
Is that maybe the River Lion's just misunderstood.
Yeah, maybe he's
controlled by other powers.
By the rivers, yeah. That if he doesn't eat people, the river will consume him.
Well, yeah.
That's maybe the twist, like in episode 4.
I think he's got a gun to his head.
Yeah.
From the River Masters.
Yeah, and then maybe they all team up, Picard and
Reid?
yeah.
No spoilers.
Well, I'm just saying how.
No spoilers.
Yeah. Oh well, Chet as well.
Oh, of course.
For the 55-yard line, pitching something already. Chet Palmer saves the CFL from a terrible commissioner through the power of journalism, fueled by his brother-in-law's love of betting on Rouge overs. Is that a field goalpost in your end zone, or are you just happy to see me? The 55-yard line. You poor, soon-to-be extinct bastard.
You know what? Mex is right. We probably need a Wikipedia page for this show, so people could add in your characters and highlights and guests. Yeah, informative piece of information.
I'm titillated by that show you're going to produce.
Well, maybe Netflix will pick it up.
Netflix might. I'm sure a Netflix executive
surely
monitoring
Netflix
our show
is listening.
Yeah.
They think they listen to everything.
Oh, my goodness. We're off and running here, or whatever you want to call it. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Remember, keep giving us the thumbs up if you're on YouTube, if you haven't done so already. And then once you have given the thumbs up, then click the share button.
Do you believe in life after love?
And send the show link off to somebody else via email and text. We're already at 46 thumbs, but if you haven't given a thumb, do it right away. Let's see how quickly we can get to 100. Jamie Thomas on the Winnipeg Jets. They're on the verge of being in a playoff spot. Rick Campbell back with the Edmonton Elks. He's going to join us a little bit later on. We'll talk about the orders. We'll talk about the depth. We'll hear a little bit from Chris Knobloch, a little bit from Connor Murphy. He's going to face his former team tomorrow night. All coming up. Here comes the Coop.
Changing 500. Whoop.
The Oilers have signed 2024 7th-round pick William Nickel to a 3-year entry-level deal. The 19-year-old with 15 goals, 26 points in 32 games played this season with the London Knights of the OHL. Today's slate in the NHL, 3 games on tap. Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West, 1 point behind the Predators for second wildcard spot with a game in hand on Nashville. From San Jose, the Ducks Sharks drop the puck. Anaheim leading the division, 2 points up on the Oilers with a game in hand. San Jose's on the outside, 2 points behind Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. To the hardwood, 9 games go down. Toronto hosting Sacramento at 6 o'clock. Elsewhere, New York and Memphis battle while the Spurs and Warriors tip off. And right now in the majors, 3 games live, top of the 8th. Tigers down 1-0 to the D-backs. Meanwhile, the Yankees up a run over the Mariners, top of the 6th, bottom 5th. Same score, Padres up 1-0 on the Giants. This sports update is brought to you by Sather Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at satherreidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. More with Reid and Jay after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brew House has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brew House has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brew House. Your day just got happier.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, welcome to April. Oilers looking good with the playoffs on the horizon. We'll have more discussion on that a little bit later in the show. Well, really throughout the show. Jay and I and the Coob coming to you from the Canadian Brew House studio. So it's a new month. So we got a new wing flavor of the month at the Canadian Brew House. How about this is what they're saying? Turn up the heat this April at the Canadian Brew House with our wing flavor of the month. Spicy sriracha maple bacon.
Ooh.
That's what I said.
Say it again.
Spicy sriracha maple bacon McLean.
Sweet and spicy sriracha maple bacon saucy wings for the perfect balance of heat, sweetness, and savory flavor. Get them for only a limited time. I'm guessing until April 30th.
Who knows? Hard to tell.
It is the wing flavor of the month. That does sound pretty interesting.
That
spicy sriracha maple bacon. A lot going on.
It's Wing Wednesday, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Today would be Wing Wednesday. Do I have a thing for Wing Wednesday? Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. I just realized something on this sheet. They also gave me the May flavor of the month. I could really blow the lid off things at the Canadian Brew House. They're like, who leaked the wing flavor? Wilkins. I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
But remember yesterday when I said something about the wing flavor of the month? I actually was peeking at May's unknowingly and thought it was... Well, wait a minute. I'll show you this later. Anyway, that is the April flavor of the month. You'll see why I was confused beyond just my normal level of confusion. So the April wing flavor of the month at the Canadian Brew House, spicy sriracha maple bacon. Sounds outstanding. Oilers and Chicago Blackhawks tomorrow at Rogers Place. Then who's here? Is it Torts on Saturday? That's going to be quite the showdown.
Is it true that Iwanek is going to go down there post game? Because do you remember the Torts blew up?
Yelled at him or something?
No, he didn't yell
like
at Matt.
Just a kid.
It was one of his infamous post games.
Or was he scrum lurking?
Matt
as somebody in Toronto likes to say.
Yes, Matt was in the scrum, and it was very short, and he was, doing Tortorella things,
right?
And walked right by Matt on the way out. A very young Matthew Iwanek, I might add.
Like he was probably 20.
Yes, probably.
How old were you, Iwanek? He's thinking about it. Well, it was at least 10 years ago. Probably more.
Oh, more.
He might have been 21 or 22.
What?
I don't think... nothing against Matt. This is not a shot at Matt. I don't think Tortorella would remember him.
Oh, probably not. But it would be neat to
I think Iwanek will
get him.
I think is Iwanek going to the game? I'm not sure if he's going to Saturdays. He was there last night. I got to sit next to the game.
Is that a thing, Maddie? Are you going to the game?
He's ignoring us. He's like, I've talked to these guys enough today.
He's gone full Italy on us.
I got a limerick from the Big Uke. The day of his birth, few short years ago, Jablonski and Chet, a party they'll throw. Bond villain attends, does Gruber make amends? The river lion floats with Picard in tow. Pretty good. Pretty good from the Big Uke. Solid Limerick writer. So, yes, it is my birthday. So that's now we're not fired up specifically for my birthday.
Partially.
We're fired up for something we get as a result of my birthday. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. So my cousin Natalia, who I call Lulu for reasons I won't get into here, is just an outstanding cook, chef, baker, food preparer. And she makes this incredible, if you're on YouTube, we're kind of holding it up, but it's a pineapple cheesecake. So, I hope people know what cheesecake looks like. Yeah. I've talked about this before.
You have.
You've never had it before?
No.
So she made me a cake for my birthday. She dropped it off at my parents yesterday. So I was at my parents this morning and cut off a large slab of it. We kept a little bit at home for mom and dad and myself to enjoy at home, but I brought a good portion of it. There's still, thrice this much that you, me, and Coob have in the fridge. So hopefully our colleagues will enjoy it over the next few days. So we're going to eat the Cousin Lulu's pineapple cheesecake. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I love this. It's just so nice.
I've never had pineapple cheesecake before.
You like it?
This is phenomenal, Reid. I understand why this is your favorite.
Yeah,
this is
delicious. Wow. Jake can't even talk. Give us a thumbs up for us eating cheesecake on the air.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the lightest cheesecake I've ever had in my life.
Right.
And I mean that in a positive way.
It's beautiful.
Cheesecake can sometimes be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Too rich. This is nice and soft. And the pineapple flavor is not overpowering. Not that I'm not a fan of pineapple. It just adds a nice fruitiness to the cake.
No, it's like very creamy. And you're right. I mean, cheesecake is good. But yeah, sometimes you get that cheesecake and you almost have to force your fork into it. You feel like you need a knife to cut it. And you get a slab of it, and after 2 bites, you feel like, okay, I'm full.
No, not this.
And this has little pineapple chunks in it. And it has the crust. So, it's very light and creamy, but you also it has a nice texture. And you get a little bit of crunch as you're eating it. It's awesome.
I wish it was your birthday more. Congrats. Cousin Lulu. You've knocked this one out of the park. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
The crust, I mean, we haven't even talked about the crust. I mean, you mentioned it, but it's not too thick. You know when a crust is too crumbly?
Yeah.
This is not that. This might be the perfect cheesecake.
Yeah, the consistency is wonderful.
Oh. Wow. Really good.
Like, you could sell this.
Mm-hmm.
If you ordered this at a restaurant, you'd be like, wow, they had a good dessert there.
I'd buy this in vats.
Yeah.
I would buy the whole thing out.
You know what? You could even drizzle pineapple drizzle over top of it.
Yeah.
And it still wouldn't be too much. Wow. Good job, Cousin Lulu.
Yeah, I'm almost done this piece. So hopefully the other guys, I don't think anybody else had any today. Because I said in the group chat, help yourself, just make sure there's a piece each for the guys on our show. But people didn't indulge today. Maybe they felt bad, or they brought their own food. Hopefully tomorrow. Because whatever is not eaten by 6 o'clock tomorrow, the three of us are splitting up and taking home because it's a long weekend.
Oh, yeah. Man. Top notch.
It is. Oh, it's so good.
It is good. Really good.
Oh, you, I was fired up for Gemco. Napoleon product.
I can see why. Yeah.
Oh.
I can't stop. I'm worried.
Well, finish it.
All right, fine. You go.
Go ahead and finish it.
You go now.
I don't know what else to say.
This is like an anaconda taking down a pig.
A little bit like that. Are you a cheesecake guy, Coop?
Cheesecake is my favorite form of cake. It's my favorite dessert, really. And this is top notch. Now, I've heard you've raved about this for quite some time.
Yes.
And I just feel eternally grateful being able to try this. Like, I'm going to be honest. I've never tried anything like this before. Usually I have those cheesecakes that are really rough.
Yeah, this is almost whipped.
This is... Like,
that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's like a whipped cheesecake.
It's wonderful.
I would have more.
Well, you have that opportunity.
I may.
Yeah, I imagine that's a graham cracker base.
I think so, yeah. Phyllis is asking.
It's nice and sweet. It tastes like a cheesecake base. It's just not, like sometimes it's worse the consistency is when there's too much base and crust to cheesecake. No bueno.
Yeah, you can't even.
You just need a little bit of crust to get through.
Yeah,
that's just enough.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so good. So yeah, I'm very lucky.
Well, look, there's 3 empty plates here, so your cousin
Lulu
some more. Did well.
Go get some more, Jay. Help yourself.
Good, Reid.
Yeah. Well, we got something to look forward to tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
Have a little bit more in the afternoon. Maybe we'll have it on the show again.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe it'll be our segment. Coffee talk. Nobody's ever done that.
No, exactly. All right. The off-topic topic for William Huff, pitch a television show and or movie with some of the characters we have on the Reid Wilkins show, such as the River Lion, the Bookbinder, wherever you want to go with that. Jay had an incredibly detailed one that he wrote up earlier. The 55-yard line, wants the CFL commissioner taken down by some of these characters. So you can send that. Do we have any coming in?
Yeah. Like Jumanji, the Bookbinder has a magical touch that as he handles the books, the pages come to life. In the midst of all the chaos created by the story coming to life, the Bookbinder must completely bind the book to restore reality.
Oh, that's nice.
Each book has its own adventure. So that could be an ongoing series. That's from Chris Purpur.
That's really good.
Brett P says you should give the winner of the mystery athlete a slice of cheesecake. Rob from LA. Appreciate not chewing into the microphone like the CEO.
Well, we actually were, but it's so light. Yeah, you didn't really have to crunch anything. Is Jasmine in tomorrow?
On the Hangout, yes.
Oh yeah, Jasmine. There'll be plenty for you in the fridge to sample.
It will be.
We've had our pieces for today. I don't know if Awanak's going to have any today.
Oh, I'm tapped.
So I would say, Jasmine, you will be fine to have a piece tomorrow.
I don't know if I've ever seen Awanak eat.
No, period. I don't think he does.
That's a good point.
Like, we've been to Christmas parties together. We've had events here. I don't know that I've seen food to mouth.
He just gets energy from the sun. He's like a plant.
He's like an energy vampire.
Oh, he's an alien.
Yeah. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't be afraid to send us a text. We will have Jay's Play of the Day coming up. It's looking at some NHL games tonight. The Oil Understood is ahead as we'll talk a little bit about the Oilers game last night and look ahead to some storylines, not just for tomorrow, but for the rest of the regular season. And Jamie Thomas from the Ground Control podcast out of Winnipeg will look at the Winnipeg Jets and their continued push for a playoff spot. But first, the Coob.
The Oilers have signed 2024 7th-round pick William Nickel to a 3-year entry-level deal. The 19-year-old has 15 goals, 26 points in 32 games played with the London Knights of the OHL this season. A trio of games in the NHL today. Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West. 1 point behind the Predators for Wild Card 2 with a game in hand on Nashville. And out in Cali, the Ducks, Sharks, they dropped the puck. Anaheim leading their division, 2 points up on the Oilers. 1 game in hand. San Jose's on the outside looking in, 2 points behind Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. And after going down with an ACL sprain last night, Cody Ponce of the Blue Jays is set to consult a surgeon in LA to evaluate the severity of his knee injury. The Jays back at it Friday to open a 3-game series with the White Sox. And right now, 3 games live, top of the 9th. D-backs up 1-0 on the Tigers. Top of the 7th, we have the Yankees with a 4-0 lead on the Mariners. Bottom 6, Guardians down by 2 against the Padres. On the court, Toronto hosts Sacramento, 6 o'clock tip-off. 8 other games on tap in the association, including New York and Memphis hitting the hardwood. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Jays play the day for Play Alberta brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
I think they would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit and the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hockey on one screen, basketball on the next, soccer in the corner. And yeah, we've got UFC too. There's a reason we have this many screens. Because no matter what you're watching, it deserves the big moments. We don't pick sides. We don't pick sports. We put it all on. Cold beers flying. Game day eats landing. And the crowd's louder than your group chat. If it's on here. The Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers have won 4 straight. We have not been able to say that all season long. So in the Pacific Division, Ducks 87 points. They have 8 games left. Oilers 85 points. They have 7 games left. Vegas 82 points. They have 7 games left. The best non-playoff team, the LA Kings. So Nashville has the last playoff spot. LA and Winnipeg are both a point back. LA has 9 games left. Winnipeg and Nashville have 8 left. But the Jets are coming on. Now, when we had Jamie Thomas on, and we're going to have him in about 10 or 11 minutes out of Winnipeg, great friend of the show. He used to work here in Edmonton too. We had him on the day after the Olympics because the U.S. wins, and Connor Hellebuyck of the Winnipeg Jets is the hero for the United States. So we wanted that perspective and talk about the Jets. And I believe at that point they were 11 points out of the postseason.
Correct.
Most teams I would have written off at that point. But with the Winnipeg Jets, I thought maybe, right? And then they kind of got within 7. They stalled kind of at 5, 6, 7 for a couple weeks, and now they're a point back. I think they're getting in. Not only do I think they're getting in, I'm calling it right now. Jets over Avs in the first round. I'm calling it right now. Why wouldn't I?
I don't mind that. And that's something I want to talk to Jamie Thomas about, is the feeling about Hellebuyck now.
Right.
Right? Because it's been I looked at it, and for him, he's having an off year.
Yeah.
But his save percentage is still at .898. Right? This is the first time in his career he's been sub 900. Right. Well, the other ones were to finish a regular season.
Yeah.
This is the first time he's been sub 898 at this point.
Yeah.
Or sub 900, sorry. I want to see what the thoughts are about Hellebuyck, because you said it yesterday, Reid, but I can't ignore your comment, is that would be a bad team to get in.
Right.
And if you're Colorado, I mean, yeah, sure. You're Colorado, you're going to win the President's Trophy, but is that the team you want to see coming into your building in round 1?
Right.
As a wild card who is on fire? By the way, they're 10-4-4 since the Olympic break, Reid.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Really good. And Colorado is without Cale Makar. Now, who knows how long? Coach Bednar said it's not going to affect playoffs, but as we all know.
How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know? You don't know.
Oh, exciting times. Hey, Reid?
I know. It's great.
And scoreboard watching tonight, I mean, yeah, you're Vancouver, Colorado, who cares other than Jay's play of the day.
Right.
But if you're in Winnipeg, you're watching, you're cheering for St. Louis tonight and probably Anaheim. Well, yes, you are cheering for St. Louis and Anaheim.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute.
St. Louis to beat the Kings.
If you're Jets.
Yeah, if you're a Jets fan.
If you're Oilers, do you want the Ducks to lose? If you're an Oilers fan?
I don't know that I don't think you're frantically pacing your house updating the score bug.
Well, because the Oilers are going to get in.
They're going to get in.
The Jets, you need the Oilers. You're worried about seeding. I don't know. People could tell us. Are you worried about? I know they were talking about this earlier today as well. Are you worried about where the Oilers finish, or you just play like that you did the last couple of games and you can maybe beat anybody?
Why don't you put it this way? Would you rather face the Vegas Golden Knights in round 1 or the Utah Mammoth? That's the question. Is it not?
Right.
Right now. I mean, I don't see any of those teams. I mean, Nashville's 5 points behind third place in the Pacific Vegas.
Right.
So I don't think the Pacific top 3 are falling in or out. It's just going to be jockeying for position.
Right.
Who would you rather play? Vegas or Utah?
Ask me again Wednesday morning, because those will be 2 games in a row. Vegas on Saturday and Utah on Tuesday.
Fair enough.
I think Utah's a dangerous team. Vegas could become a dangerous team if Tortorella wakes them up, right? So, but look, the playoffs are tough all the time. So anybody's going to be tough.
I don't know. Part of me still thinks Vegas, just because they've been there, done that.
Right.
Utah's a different story. But the Oilers know, come playoffs, that they can handle the Vegas Golden Knights.
Right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Tap 25 restaurant. They have a $21.99 prime rib special. 7 days a week, 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. Available for dine-in and takeout. Not available on show nights, but a great deal. That is at Tap 25 River Cree Resort and Casino. All right.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca.
Okay, so we're shopping around the NHL. There's, what did you say, Reid? It's a
trio of games?
A trio of games tonight.
Yes.
So one of those being the Colorado Avalanche are home to the Vancouver Canucks. I mean, the Vancouver Canucks, they're officially eliminated. No surprise there. They've lost their last six games. I don't see it. I don't see how Colorado would take the night off against Vancouver. So I've got Colorado -1.5. And then I'm going to the late game, which would start 7 p.m. locally. That's Anaheim at San Jose.
Right.
This is an important game for both of those teams. Both of those teams are going to be playing. I predict goals.
Okay.
And I do think Anaheim's going to come out ahead, but I predict goals. So I'm taking Anaheim and the Sharks over 6.5 goals combined with the Avalanche winning by 2 or more goals. That has been boosted to +200 over at Play Alberta. Click on playalberta.ca on your laptop. Go to sports, go to EST specials, and you'll find all the specials there. Or if you haven't yet, download the new Play Alberta app. It's fantastic. Just look for EST specials, and you will get those there. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
You got to do it.
It's Jay, it's Play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's Play of the Day. It's Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day.
I'm so happy from eating that cake. Like, just delicious. Agree or disagree?
I'm in heaven. Okay, I'll admit something.
Uh-oh.
I probably had more than I should have. Like,
no, I prepared that serving for you, so don't feel bad about it.
No,
when you were exercised today.
Oh, did I ever?
I'm going to run tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I'm excited for all this.
I'm going to run to the fridge for more cheesecake.
I was excited because the snow is going to be getting, like, it's going to be officially gone. Like, out by my house, there's still snow on our driveway, on our front lawn. But now I hear there's supposed to be more snow tomorrow.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, come on.
What's Coop think about that?
Coop the corgi?
Yeah.
He's a snow dog.
You know who's tired of shoveling is the turtle.
Terry.
That's him trying to shovel his walkway. Oh, my goodness. We're having a great Wednesday afternoon. We've had birthday cheesecake. Oh, what a treat this is. I mean, this is not because it's my birthday, but it feels like a birthday gift to have Jamie Thomas on the show when we get back.
The Lock Shop.
The Winnipeg Jets seem to refuse to die. They somehow went into Colorado and won. Nashville's lost 3 in a row. I mean, I don't even know what to say about the Jets right now. Somehow we're still having the same conversation we've had for the last couple weeks. They're 3 back. Nashville doesn't play until Thursday when they play LA.
3 back with the game in hand. Take care of business in the game in hand. We're talking 1
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Love the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy?
Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host.
Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction.
A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of Kids Bar.
No whistles, no play clock,
just a room full of generous hearts.
EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com.
Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lambley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Airy at Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lambley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work.
LAMMLES.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers, they've signed 2024 7th-round pick William Nickel to a 3-year entry-level deal. The 19-year-old, 15 goals, 26 points in 32 games played this season with the London Knights of the OHL. 3 games on today's NHL schedule. Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West, 1 point behind the Predators for the second wildcard spot with a game in hand on Nashville. From San Jose, the Ducks and Sharks face off. Anaheim leading the division by 2 points on the Oilers with a game in hand. San Jose's on the outside, 2 points behind Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. And after going down with an ACL sprain last night, Cody Ponce of the Blue Jays is set to consult a surgeon in LA to evaluate the severity of his knee injury. The Jays get back at it Friday, opening a 3-game series with the White Sox. Pair of games live right now, including the Yankees up 4-0 on the Mariners. End of the 7th inning. On the court, Toronto hosts Sacramento, 6 o'clock tip-off. 8 other games on tap in the NBA, including New York and Memphis battling. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Yeah, tough loss for the Oil Kings last night, 4-3 in Saskatoon. Back at it tonight at 7. Blades leading the best of 7, 2-1. There will be a game Friday at 6 at Rogers Place. So either the Oil Kings will be facing elimination or they will have a chance to go up 3-2 in the series. So the schedule for this series, again, if necessary, once you get deeper into it, tonight, Friday at Rogers Place, Sunday afternoon in Saskatoon, and then if they need a game 7, it's right back at Rogers Place on Monday. So they don't mess around in the WHL. They're going. Let's get through the series.
This would be a bit of an upset, no?
It would be. I mean, What was the gap? 20 points?
Mm-hmm.
Oil Kings were strong all season long, so hopefully they can even up the series tonight. Now, I think they're having some injury issues here, so that's not hitting at the right time of year, but we'll be keeping an eye on that one tonight. Oilers tomorrow, and as Jay and I were talking about, one of the things to keep an eye on in the NHL is the fight for that last playoff spot in the Western Conference. And a team that might have looked out of it about a month and a half ago or so is now charging hard. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Fast, safe, and reliable could describe this gentleman from the Ground Control podcast in Winnipeg. It's Jamie Thomas. Hello, JT.
Hey, guys. I could have used that tow truck service yesterday when I locked my keys in my car.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Where? At the rink?
Yeah.
Where?
No. My daughter was going to visit a friend of hers, like in her driveway, and she wouldn't go in by herself, so I had to join her. I locked the door as I went out.
Oh, my goodness.
So then I get back outside. So I introduced myself to the new family by, hey, can I borrow your phone for a second? Because mine's in the truck.
Oh, jeez.
Remember that time I told that story about Millard and I left my keys in the car and I just left it for 4 hours so him and I could party? This is far. But that was the last time I locked my keys in my car. So happy anniversary.
So it's happened now twice in your life.
Well, maybe more than that. But
we'll just go with then you're willing to share.
Yeah.
Did your daughter find this?
Yeah. Was it awkward?
Embarrassing? How did she find it?
I think she was pretty embarrassed. Yeah. She's like, oh, my dad's 54. That's he's a grown man locking his keys in his car. So
you had a lot to worry about.
Yeah, I was like making sure she was comfortable. You know what I mean? Like there's dad stuff.
This is a family. You'd never met the family before, you said?
Yeah, no. Like I met them at soccer, but it's the first time she had been to the house.
Well, like to socially to see her friends or whatever. Yeah. Okay,
she was nervous.
So how did you get your keys back?
I called the tow truck company. I could have used her. I mean, a little bit of a drive from Edmonton to come get my keys.
They would have done it for you.
They would have done it for you, Jamie.
I know.
I just wondered, did you call your wife or did you call a tow truck company?
I called tow truck.
Yeah.
Then texted my wife afterwards.
Does your wife know it happened?
Yeah. Yeah. Because then my daughter would have ratted me out. So it's not like
wasn't like
there's not the girls like to rat their dads out like no tomorrow, especially to their moms. So that's the way it goes.
Yeah, to own up to it. All right. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
We didn't bring you on to embarrass you, but
but I like to bring myself.
Yeah,
I like to. Yeah, it's entertainment.
Well, the best stories are usually like I learned this as a talk show host. If you bring people on and you say, hey, can you talk about how great you are? They'll kind of be like, I don't know. They're like, if you tell them in advance, or if you meander into a story, as we often do,
right?
They're usually more willing to tell stories where they, like Jay and I do it all the time, where they look like a goofball. You know, it's just human nature, I guess.
We're just telling stories. Just a couple of guys.
Just sharing.
Talking about stuff. Yeah.
Just sharing.
It's a trust tree. It's a trust tree.
Of course. Yeah. We're hanging from the top branch. All right. Well, it looked like the playoff limb was about to break for the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh my gosh.
But now they're holding firmly onto the trunk. How have they turned it around?
How many times do you guys have me on the show and me say they're not making the playoffs this year? Like that you could throw that into a montage. There's no way they're making the playoffs. There's no way. For sure this time they're not making the playoffs. So every time they go on these road trips, we're like, this is the season-defining road trip for the Winnipeg Jets. And then everybody else decides not to make the playoffs. Like, I don't know what's going on. They talk about the pillow fight for the Pacific. But let's talk about this final wildcard spot. Does anybody want to get it? So to answer your question, they played so much better out of the Olympic break. So I was talking to Morgan Barron on Ground Control, the official podcast of the Winnipeg Jets. Thank you, Jay. Mm-hmm. And he was talking. It was very interesting to me because he said, I know you always find this hard to believe, but this is how locked in we are all the time. He goes, I actually thought for the first time the other day that there might not be a whiteout this year. And he goes, that blew me away because it's almost like expectation, right? And it's not because he's not knowing and understanding what's going on around them or doesn't care. It's just that it's been almost locked in. The Jets are going to make the playoffs every year. So I would have to say, without a doubt, the fact that they're finally getting secondary scoring has been so huge because they took Gabe Vilardi off the top line with Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor and put him with Adam Lowry and Cole Perfetti. So Cole Perfetti, high ankle sprain in the preseason. I've never had one. I've never recovered from one, but apparently they're not fun.
Yep.
He's finally starting to look a lot better than like the kid that we saw last year, the hero in Game 7 against St. Louis. He's looking better. He scored again last night. Adam Lowry had hip surgery in the offseason. Never had that either. Apparently that's not too fun either. And didn't have an offseason. Now, those two players are so huge to what Winnipeg does. Now they're all part of a second line with Gabe Vilardi that is starting to get some big scoring, some timely goals and playing very well. And at the same time, going up the other team's best lines too. So, massive responsibility for that. Their top six is, finally going here. Morgan Barron, before he was concussed, had kind of formed a really nice line with Brad Lambert and Isaac Roseanne, the kid they got from Buffalo, in the trade with Logan Stanley and Luke Shen. So they're getting that. They push John the Tate down the fourth line. So they're getting a lot of scoring throughout the lineup. Neil Pionk is back. He was out for a long time. Now, the beneficiary of course, Neil Pionk being injured and Josh Morrissey being injured out of the Olympic break, of course, was, Logan Stanley got a huge bump in terms of ice time, which allowed the Jets to move him and get what they got in the return. And then Elias Salamonson has been fantastic. Now, Scott Arniel said the other day the plan was for their top prospect, at least in the blue line, to spend the entire season in the American Hockey League, but Neil Pionk being hurt opened the door for him. So now he's showing he can be in the National Hockey League, and then you get Neil Pionk back, so you got your top four defensemen back. Then you got Elias Salamonson playing well. Jacob Bryson's been very good since they brought him back, and Hayden Fleury's healthy now too. So, and then Connor Hellebuck's Connor Hellebuck.
Well,
So
and that's the thing, right? And that's
yes.
Yeah. So that gives them a
in a
chance
nutshell,
every night.
guys, is that that's the nutshell is why they're playing as well as they are. It is also beneficial that Nashville, who I thought had lost, Nashville came here into Winnipeg, beat the Jets in the shootout, and I'm like, they're done.
Right.
Because you lose that game, and then Nashville went on a roll, and then Nashville's gone in the pooper pretty much since that has happened. I don't know what's going on in Seattle. You never know what you're getting with Los Angeles until the playoffs when they get the Oilers all kinds of headaches in the first round. So I don't know what to tell you. And St. Louis, who apparently was selling for next season, is still hanging around. So there's a lot of it's very interesting to see who wants to play the Colorado Avalanche in the first round. So, and then before all this happened, guys, and I would say like going into before last weekend, I'm like, who wants to play Colorado in the first round? And you might say the Winnipeg Jets would put their hands up and go, yes, please.
Yes.
Because they've beaten them 2 out of 3 times and have contained an offense that I thought was uncontainable for the most part, especially coming out of the Olympic break. I give the Avalanche a lot of credit because Dallas was giving them a hard time there for a bit for first place overall. And now they've come back to earth a little bit. And now it looks like Colorado's assured of the President's Trophy title or at this moment anyways. But the way this year is going in the National Hockey League, who knows? But I actually would even say I think Colorado would not be happy if Winnipeg was sitting there when you know what I mean?
I agree.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I think bring it on for the Jets. And
right.
I mean, it is pretty like it's interesting if you look at the standings. St. Louis somehow is only 4 out. They got to pass a lot of teams, but there are a lot of teams in the mix. But the immediate combatants. Well, but then San Jose has games in hand, so I shouldn't count them out.
I forgot to mention the Sharks too, who played tonight. And I thought they were dead, but then they beat St. Louis the other day, and Celebrini's got over 100 points. Winnipeg has games next Monday against Seattle.
Yep.
They have a game on the road next week against St. Louis, and they close out the regular season at home against San Jose. So the Jets only have 3 home games left, and there's like 3 one-game homestands, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You got Seattle Monday, they got the Flyers next Saturday, and then they close out the regular season at home against San Jose.
It's not a horrible schedule, Jamie. Like if you said that they got to go to give themselves at least a chance, they got to go 5-3. Maybe that won't be enough.
Right.
But Dallas, okay, tough, but like you said, they've beat the Avalanche. Columbus, good team. I think the Jets can beat them. Seattle, we saw them last night. Like they can't score.
No, still can't score.
Right. St. Louis next week.
Who knows? Yeah.
Beatable.
In St. Louis. Yeah.
Philly
totally.
at home. Beatable. Vegas.
Beatable.
Certainly beatable.
That last road trip, tricky because every team has this place where their kryptonite, and Utah is Winnipeg cannot win there. And I know it's only been a couple seasons, but that's that place where they go and they play like garbage every time. So that Vegas, who knows how Torts will have the Golden Knights playing by that point. That might be, but I've said this a million times. Every time they go on the road, this road trip looks impossible. I don't know how they do this, but they beat Colorado to start this road trip. They fall behind 1-0 to Chicago, look like garbage in the first period. They take a 3-1 lead, blow that lead, it's 3-3, and they win in overtime. I have seen Kyle Connor, Josh Morrissey, and Mark Scheifele win games in Chicago for the last 8 years that I've been here. Chicago should just skate off the ice. whenever those three are on the ice in the United Center, because it's over every single time when those three against Chicago. Hasn't happened as much throughout the league this year for the Jets, but usually when those three are on the ice, overtime's over.
Jamie Thomas, host of the official podcast of the Winnipeg Jets, the Ground Control Podcast.
Important.
Look, this team had their largest winless streak since relocation in 2011. Right. Now they've rattled off their 10-4-4 since the Olympic break. But it's a weird dance, and I just want to get your perspective on it, living on this dance floor.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this one, 100%.
Well,
Go ahead.
I mean, okay, you better make the playoffs, because if you don't, you lost a chance to tank and gain draft position. What's the debate, or what's the discussion like in Winnipeg? Have people now kind of put that down but to the side and said, okay, the playoffs are a reality?
Yes, because when they came out of the Olympic break and they were 11 points out, everybody's like, that's just get a top 5 draft pick. And then they start winning here and there. What are they doing? What are they doing? Why are they trying to do this? You know what I mean? Why are they crazy? So I think now that this playoff could be a reality, and you've beaten Colorado twice, 2 of the 3 times you play them, now people are suddenly like, okay, maybe. But even if you look right now, they're still in position to get a top 10 draft pick because the West is so bad, even where they are right now. And of course, if they end just on the outside looking in, that could not happen. But I don't think you can tell professional athletes who don't care about this kid that could be here in 3 years to help out, hey, you got to lose so you can get this guy in our dressing room to help out. He might work out. He might not. So can you just not try? You think of all what Kevin Shoveldalis had to sell to Mark Scheifele, Kyle Connor, Josh Morrissey, Connor Hellebuck to get them to ink long-term extensions. We're going to try and win the Stanley Cup every year. So, I mean, Connor Hellebuck was not, I wouldn't say defiant in his media availability after the trade deadline when they're discussing about trading Logan Stanley and Luke Schenn, but he didn't seem very happy about it either. Because the questioning was, you're selling for next year. You're sellers instead of buyers.
Right.
Now, when you look at it, guys, theoretically, when you look at, you've traded Logan Stanley and Luke Schenn, all you've traded is 2 guys that probably are not part of they're clearly not part of your future. Who knows if Logan Stanley resigns here next year? Who knows? But at that moment, are you really selling? All you brought in is you've got younger. You've opened the door for Brad Lambert to come up finally, right? This is a guy who was a first-round draft pick. People complaining for the whole year. The Jets are too slow. They're too old. You've brought youth in. Jacob Bryson younger. Isaac Rosane younger. They look quicker now. So all of a sudden the sellers, are they really sellers, is the question. I'm even questioning myself here too, because it just felt like they were looking towards next year at the trade deadline. But they've also had 2 draft picks and got rid of the older guys. I've left out Tanner Pearson, also not part of the future here. So where they sit right now is as wild as it's going to get. And we've all seen, like earlier in the year when they were saying, hey, St. Louis did it. And I'm like, that's great that you found some story here to latch your wagon to. And it's a fantastic theory. You know what I mean? Like, I think the Flames in the late 80s lost 10 in a row and then managed to make their way to the Stanley Cup playoffs or the final. Those are the things you look at and go, hey, it's been done, and that's fantastic and all that stuff. But in theory, it sounds crazy. But now I feel like the crazy one that I didn't believe them in the first place, because here they are 1 point out. And then they play in Dallas tomorrow night. Not easy place to win. Dallas is another one of those places Jets struggle in. And Columbus with Rick Bowness, who knows? But every time they look like they're dead, they sit up like the Undertaker. Yep. That Undertaker meme's going to be caught. That thing is going to get abused in the next couple of weeks, because who knows what's going on here. But from what I'm seeing right now, I would not want to play the Winnipeg Jets in the first round if I'm anybody.
Yeah, you know what, Jamie? I'd forgotten about that. The 85-86 Calgary Flames, who shocked the Oilers in the second round. Now, different time, 21 teams, 16 made the playoffs. They lost.
Steve Smith.
One, might have been 11. Hang on. They lost 11 consecutive games.
Yeah.
They did have a win in there in an exhibition game against Moscow Dynamo.
Yeah.
And they lost one game in overtime. So in this day and age, it'd be a point, but still a loss.
It was bad.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about that. They lost 9-1 to Calgary over that stretch, and then, got into the playoffs, upset the Oilers, lost to Patrick Waugh and the Canadiens in the Stanley Cup final. But you're right. The reason is that we talk about these things is because they're unusual, not because they happen all the time, like St. Louis being in last place and whenever it was.
Same. It was January, and the Jets played them in the first round, and look what happened there, too. So
I forgot they played the Jets that year. Yeah.
Right. And Winnipeg was so close to winning Game 5. Like you watch highlights, Kevin, and we're totally off the rails here, but Kevin Hayes was about to put the puck in the net in Game 5, and his own stick came back and pulled it off the goal line. Like he was falling, and his stick knocked the puck away from him and going to the goal line. And then Jacob Trouba turned the puck over late in the third period, and St. Louis scored with under, I think, 5 seconds left to take Game 5, or else Winnipeg would have went to St. Louis up 3-2. So I have lived and seen some crazy stuff in my time, and I remember all those very specifically, and now it's happening here.
Jamie, great perspective. This is interesting to watch. I've been totally on board on the Jets getting in and maybe even making some noise in the playoffs. So they're going to be interesting to watch.
And if they don't, I mean, your last 10th overall pick was Cole Perfetti.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I mean, it's a win-win situation, Jamie. Yeah. Glass half full.
Yeah. By the way, there's a set of car keys on the floor. I don't know whose they are. Maybe we'll send them to you, Jamie.
It's probably mine from one of my other vehicles that I had when I lived there.
Yeah.
It was a silver Volkswagen station wagon. Those are my keys.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot for doing this on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. We're going to be talking again one way or another through the rest of the regular season and into the postseason. We love having you. Have a good evening, my friend.
How's everybody doing? They keeping their wits about them? Edmonton's won 4 in a row and everything's good? Or
Oh, yeah. Everything's great.
Actually, surprisingly calm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing better.
Because they do this all the time. They do this all the time. It's
they just wake up later and later every season, right? Yeah.
I can still hear my dad going, they're just playing possum.
Thank you so much, sir.
See you guys. Talk to you soon.
Jamie Thomas, Ground Control Podcast. How do you say it? The official
podcast.
The official podcast of the Winnipeg Jets. We love having Jamie on the show. They are an interesting story. That would be quite a rally to get in from 11 points down. They could do it. They're probably going to go at least 5-3, but that's doable given how they've been going a little bit late. How they've been going lately. We got a limerick here from Chris, emailing Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. For thumbs clicked, he has an insatiable greed. Challenge him in the nasty chat. Take heed. Is that a new voice? An excellent choice. Hope you have a very happy birthday, Reid. Well, thank you.
Nice.
That's very kind of you. And we had some cake earlier in the Canadian Brew House studio. Good day, bad day, either way. Happy hour is on at the Canadian Brew House, Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deal starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brew House, your day just got happier. And yeah, give us the thumbs up on YouTube if you have not done so already. We want to get to at least 100 every show. We're about 30 away, so don't be a pleasure delayer. If you haven't clicked, please get in there and click. The Oil Understood coming up. Rick Campbell, who's back with the Edmonton Elks, he's going to join us as well. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers have inked William Nickel, 19-year-old, to a 3-year entry-level contract. He has 15 goals, 26 points in 32 games played this season with the OHL London Knights. The Oilers selecting Nickel, 7th round in 2024. Trio of games in the NHL today. Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West, 1 point behind the Predators for the second wildcard spot. A game in hand on Nashville. From San Jose, the Ducks. Sharks, they face off. Anaheim leading the division, 2 points up on the Oilers with 1 game in hand. San Jose's on the outside, 2 points behind Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. And after going down with an ACL sprain last night, Cody Ponce of the Blue Jays is set to consult a surgeon to evaluate the severity of his knee injury. The Jays back at it Friday, opening a 3-game series with the White Sox. Right now, 2 games live in the majors, both bottom 8th inning. Yankees up 4-2 on the Mariners. Giants down 3-1 to the Padres. On the court, Toronto, they host Sacramento, 6 o'clock tip-off. 8 other games on tap in the NBA, with the Spurs and Warriors meeting for the nightcap at 8 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at paramountflooring.ca. The Oil Understood up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're on The Loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Jamie McLennan. Evan Bouchard's not getting enough love because people just want to kick him in the junk about his defensive play. I get it. He's a polarizing guy. I think we focus so much on the negative of a player. There's no perfect player. The next perfect player that I meet will be the only one. And the most jarring thing for me was seeing him with his shirt off the other day.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret, unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Just had some comic books dropped off by a listener, so thank you.
Maybe some reading tonight.
Some very racy reading, perhaps. We'll leave it at that. Well, the covers are quite interesting looking. So, thank you. We'll leave the nasty anonymous.
Sure,
I think that's okay. Appreciate those for sure. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle, draft, import, domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. This is available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Great deal. Today's a Wednesday. You can enjoy it until 7 o'clock. What's going on here? There's a spacecraft about to launch.
NASA's Artemis 2 lunar mission launch is happening.
Oh, so it's not a manned mission.
Yes, I believe there's humans in there.
We're putting people on the moon, or are they just orbiting the moon?
Reid?
Shouldn't we should be more knowledgeable about this.
It's a planned lunar flyby mission.
It's a flyby. So we're not going to put people on the moon again. We did it once. Why worry about it?
10-day mission will carry NASA astronauts Reid, Wiseman, Victor Glover, and Christina Koch.
Oh, there's a first name named Reid?
Yes.
Spelled like mine?
So they're going around the moon and back to Earth.
Okay.
That's a nice...
That's going to take a while.
How does that work?
Why are they doing this? Do we know? Are they collecting samples?
Is a flight test supporting subsequent Artemis missions, which are planned to return humans to the lunar surface in 2028 for the first time.
Oh, wow. There we go. Okay. So it's a practice.
Since the Apollo
program. They're spending billions of dollars on a practice. We're talking about practice.
But practice? This is just practice.
Good news, astronaut Iverson. You've been selected for one of the missions. Oh, that's great.
So when you go up and then you go around, like, I'm just sorry, but do you, where's the time continuum with all this? Don't you age at a different rate?
The closer you go to the speed of light. Yes.
So
I don't know if they'll be noticeable with them.
When they get as a 10-day mission?
They'll be gone for 10 days, Jay.
But they're only 10 days older.
Yes, everybody will be 10 days older.
They don't come back and...
As children.
Reid Reid Wiseman goes up 54.
And the astronaut's now about to disembark after coming home.
Me go poo-poo in space. Poo-poo smell in space.
What am I thinking of?
Could you smell your poop in space?
Of course.
If you were out of the spacecraft and you pooped?
Like in air? Pulled your pants down? Or in your suit? If it was in your suit, I think that's enclosed.
Castor says, Reid, you're a sci-fi guy. How did you not know of Artemis? This flyby, like the Apollo missions, is to prove the reliability of the craft to get to the moon and back. Next mission will land. All right, but yes, I'm a science fiction guy. This is science reality.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
So
I do find it interesting. I don't know how I missed it. I don't pay attention to the news cycle, really. How do we know this isn't an April Fool's?
Yeah. How do we know this is real?
Then it's just like some little dinky rocket in the backyard. Like remember in grade 7, you'd build those rockets that would go up like 20 feet and fizzle out?
Yes. I have those.
It's just one of those.
My daughter's signing up for a rocket launch program at Ardrossan. Now, I don't think it's on the scale of Artemis 2.
Canadian on there. Jeremy Hansen? Is that one of the astronauts? That's what somebody just put in the NASA chat. We got a Canadian going up there.
Huh.
Well, anyway, that's interesting stuff. No, that is pretty cool. And yes, I'm sorry I didn't know too much about it. I have let everybody down once again. 20 thumbs away from 100 in the on the YouTube stream. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Edmonton Sports Talk on YouTube, please do so. We have the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Understood.
That wasn't the actual count.
It's not an
Wait a
actual
minute.
time.
Wait a minute. I just got to say something. The launch is being streamed on a YouTube channel, and they have the chat going. Oh my God! Like if
can you imagine Coob trying to lock down that chat?
Some days, that's just what you need. A bunch of people chatting for a space launch. Like,
yeah.
If you think people criticizing the Oilers' power play is bad, well, I can't believe that's the rocket fuel they're using. Oh, good heavens. How long till it takes off?
1:17.
Okay. Time to talk a little bit about the Edmonton Oilers. How about the Lord's line, the fourth line, generating a goal last night? Max Jones scores again. Here's head coach Chris Knobloch.
Jonesy has played really well for us this season, and just trying to think about how many games he's played, a dozen or so throughout the year. He's been very solid. He was up with us in December, and unfortunately just wasn't able to stick around. But I liked his energy, his speed, and also getting in on the forecheck with some hits. And he's been rewarded with some goals as of late, last couple of games. But, an all-round game, you always want to get bigger and faster, having a little more speed, and he definitely provides that.
Yeah, pretty incredible. And the Oilers, for maybe the first time this season, they look like they have some depth. They look like they have 3 or 4 lines that can affect the outcome of the game.
Well, I mean, just look at the time on ice, Reid. You see what Connor McDavid was on ice last night? Under 20 minutes. 1946. I mean, that tells you a lot. Who was the lowest ice time here?
Was Lazar still under 10?
Curtis Lazar, 950.
Okay.
But, I mean, yes, when you're having them contributing and you're rolling those lines, think of the pressure that takes off and putting pucks
and they actually
in the net.
Right.
Think of the pressure that takes off the top 2 lines. Huge. You could focus. I mean, did they not shut down that game as best they could? I mean, there was a couple power plays.
There's going to be chances. I mean, the team that's behind is going to generate chances. You know what? We haven't talked about the reffing a lot. The interference penalty on Ekholm in the second period, okay, it's a penalty. Like Ekholm tried to make the veteran play. Like, I didn't realize he was there.
Yeah.
He interfered with him. He threw his arm and his shoulder into him. What about McDavid getting body checked 2 seconds after he passed the puck and he's going to change?
Yeah.
How is that not called? That irritated me from last night. Like if Nowanick was at the game and he said, okay, if that's the standard for interference, okay, fine, that's the standard. I didn't have a call. Like I know they weren't happy with the Hyman penalty. Yeah, it was a penalty. It was close, but I thought it was a penalty.
Yeah, I thought he was falling down.
You thought the player would have fallen down anyway? Maybe. I guess that's why they weren't happy about it. But I thought he still got his
But even Knobloch on the broadcast, they showed him mean mugging the ref, saying that's bad.
But the thing is, I didn't like the late body check on McDavid. Like, you threw him down.
Yeah, he sold that a bit too.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, in my opinion. He may have embellished that made that look.
So the ref just said, I'm not going to call you both, just play on?
Yeah, like from what I saw, I thought he embellished that a bit.
Okay.
But
I thought
why not? Why not try that?
Yeah,
I mean, the penalties have been going their way, so why not try draw one?
Yeah. But the Oilers, so what were the power plays last night? Was it 0 for 3 for Edmonton?
Yeah.
So 1 for 20 without Leon, yet they're winning because they're getting kills. And they're getting the goaltending. They're working harder in the PK. They're blocking shots. The one thing, though, that did frustrate me about the PK, Jay, I don't know if you thought this.
Power play, 1 for 3.
No, the Oilers got a power play goal? No.
Hang on here.
Couldn't have been. Kapanen. Yeah, they
Sorry, Reid. No, I was looking at the wrong line.
Okay.
Both teams were shut out on the power play.
Okay. So, I do find on the PK, sometimes it looks like they get a chance to just maybe try to slap the puck down the ice and they try a pass. Like, just slap it out. You know, that allowed the Kraken some second
Darnell
chances.
Nurse in the third period, had a clearing attempt to knock down by a stick.
Right.
And he got it back and made sure to clear it up the boards.
Yeah, actually, and that one wasn't bad. I mean, at least
it wasn't bad.
It was a good play to knock it down, or maybe a lucky play. Were they shorthanded when no, it wasn't shorthanded when the ref got hit. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was hobbled by that.
Yeah.
But Big Uke says they were 0 for 1. They only had 1 power play?
Yeah.
The Kraken had 3.
Kraken had 3.
Sorry, Uke. I can't remember everything that happened. So 1 for 18 without Leon. So not great, but getting wins because they're getting stops. They're defending a little harder. And again, like I said with Anaheim, get the lead and make the other team catch up. Put the other team in a position where, okay, you're going to have a push, but you need things to go perfectly to get something out of this game. And they put Seattle in that position where they had to play catch up because the Oilers have been much better early in games lately, which has been an ongoing problem with this team. So that's good to see that that's being addressed a little bit. We'll have a couple more comments from Knobloch and something from Connor Murphy as well. We do have Rick Campbell coming up. He's back with the Edmonton Elks. We want him to explain his role a little bit. First, the Cube with a sports update.
The Oilers have signed 2024 7th-round pick William Nickel to a 3-year entry-level deal. The 19-year-old with 15 goals, 26 points in 32 games played this season with the London Knights of the OHL. Just a trio of games on today's NHL slate. The Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West, 1 point behind the Predators for the second wildcard spot with a game in hand on Nashville. From San Jose, the Ducks, Sharks, they drop the puck. Anaheim leading the division, 2 points up on the Oilers, 1 game in hand. San Jose's on the outside looking in, 2 points behind Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. And after going down with an ACL sprain last night, Cody Ponce of the Blue Jays is set to consult a surgeon to evaluate the severity of his knee injury. Jays back at it Friday, opening up a 3-game series with the White Sox. Right now, a pair of games live. Yankees up 5-2 on the Mariners. Bottom 8th inning. The Padres exploding 7-1 over the Giants. On the court, Toronto hosts Sacramento, 6 o'clock tip-off, while we see New York and Memphis battle on a 9-game slate. Rick Campbell up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I'm not shocked that he's fired. I'm just surprised that, and especially yesterday where there was this attention around this game, that you dropped that right before the game. But they're going for a full reset coming up here, and it'll be fascinating to see what they do. And they try to trade Austin Matthews.
Is Mitch Marner just laughing? Poolside, just laughing right now?
I'm away from that mess.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Dad, I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey Dad, I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. Oilers have won 4 straight. They will host the Chicago Blackhawks tomorrow. EST presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta, your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Jay's Play of the Day is up under EST specials on playalberta.ca. So go check that out. We have a very special guest ready to join us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. He is back in Edmonton. Quite frankly, where he belongs. Rick Campbell is with the Edmonton Elks once again. Rick, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
Doing very well. I know it's busy, so thanks for taking a few minutes to join us. Let's dive right in here. You have been hired as a coaching analyst. How would you summarize this position for everybody?
Yeah, well, I think this can be a really good fit for me personally and for the team. So the highlights are going to be advanced opponent scouting. So doing the homework ahead of time as the opponents are coming up, of doing some of that initial homework on what teams are trying to do, scheme-wise, player-wise, those things to give the coaching staff a head start. I'm also going to focus on doing game management reports for every game played in the CFL. So those crucial situations that come up in a game, whether or not to go for it or calling timeouts or decision-making, whether going for two, a whole list of things that happen in a football game, of doing that and keeping that on point where I can communicate with Mark Killam, Ed Hervey as needed, and the rest of the coaches as needed. There's some new rules coming up. So like the 35-second play clock, those things are we have to be really on point on that from the get-go so that the coaches and players all feel good about that. So I think it just plays into my skill set of being a head coach the last 10 years of being able to lend a hand and some experience to help the cause.
I love how you put that, and I love that you're going to be doing that, because I think sometimes football people or fans or broadcasters like us might say, oh, well, you always do this when there's 2 minutes left, but the data might actually say, wait a minute, not anymore, or that's a misconception. So I love that you're going to be diving into that. Do other teams have this, or did you and Ed and Mark talk about creating this job, but to have someone more dedicated to it?
Yeah, Ed called me a ways back, or a few weeks back, and so the CFL has a football operations cap, so you only can spend a certain amount of money. So however that's allocated, that's Ed's job in Edmonton to handle that and making sure you're meeting that. So the team is doing that. When he brought it up, we kicked around some ideas. It's kind of a unique situation for the CFL, but we thought it would be a great fit. And really importantly, Mark was on board too. The first time I talked to him, I wanted to make sure he was feeling good about it, which he was too. And the thing I like about their attitude, all my interactions so far, particularly with Ed and Mark, is they just want to win and have the best chance at doing it. And I want to be a guy that can contribute to that, and they'll lead the way, and I'll lend a hand, and away we go.
Rick Campbell, Elks coaching analyst, joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show, courtesy of the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. You were here from 99 to 08, in which you were a part of a team that won 2 Grey Cups. You've seen the changes with this organization. You've seen the hiring of Chris Morris as president, Ed Hervey coming in as GM, a guy that went to U of A in Mark Killam, and they've said they want continuity, and they want to get back to the old, call it the Eskimo way kind of style of play and the way that they handle the community. Was that part of the discussion as well, is having somebody that was here during some good times to come back and maybe, have some of the people around the organization absorb some of that information?
Yeah, I think that's a bonus. I really like that Chris and Ed are there, because they understand the city of Edmonton, they understand the fans, they understand the expectations. And then, like you said, Mark Killam's great because he's a CFL lifer just like me. He's going to be coaching in the CFL literally his whole life. So that was what was attractive to me. I always see teams, when you observe teams, and for me, it's been a long time since I've been in Edmonton, but franchises and teams have ebbs and flows and the ups and downs. And I just think there's a lot of arguments to be made that Edmonton's on the upswing as far as their coaching staff really as a whole is going into year 2. So I know when I was a head coach, wanted to retain as many assistants as possible so that people could grow and get better and develop chemistry. So I think that's good. I think the quarterback situation, again, this is me from a new guy coming from the outside, but it's solidified going into the season. So it's a big deal as a team. If you know who the QB is and he's an experienced guy and a proven winner, It just makes you able to start at a higher point. And I know they found some young guys all over the team, offense, defense, and special teams that they, it's fun to watch CFL guys get better into year 2. So like I said, there's a whole bunch of things that would suggest there's reason for upside. At the same time, I know it's going to take a ton of work. The West Division is going to be very tough. All 5 teams are going to be very good. And so it's going to take a lot of hard work, but there's no question there's the chance to do some really good things.
Rick, is part of this job as being, you said, probably one of the main components of being a coaching analyst is opponent scouting. I mean, is this just you, a big bag of spits, maybe your own personal coffee maker and a video machine, and just sitting in a dark room and just hammering through tape? Like, is that how you would come up and try find cracks or areas that the Elks can then go and expose?
Yeah, I'm going to do some of the initial homework. You have no idea. I'm just thinking about the assistant coaches put in so much work. You have no idea the amount of time they put in, and that's going to continue to happen. It's not going to be just me doing it, but I can definitely give them a preview and a head start on what's going on, because when you're a coach, all you're focused on is the next game, and that's it. Okay, you're totally focused on that. But as the weeks go by and the opponents are coming up, some extra homework can be done. I just think that and the game management thing is going to be big, and also just being a positive person in the building. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just looking forward to it.
Okay, Rick, I know you're busy. I just want to sneak in one more. The quarterback position is, the glamour position. There were a lot of signings in the offseason that I think are going to help the Elks. But Fajardo has decided to stay, and Taylor Powell, who I hear a lot of good things about, and we interviewed him, sounds like a very focused young man, is here as the support quarterback. How do you look at the Elks quarterback room right? I mean, you've coached against these guys, obviously. How do you look at the Elks quarterback room right now?
Exactly. I'm gonna paint it from being the opponent, because Jordan McSimic and Mark Killam and Ed are the experts on that front. But I know that Cody's a super competitor, cares very much. I always make a point when I was on the opposite team of going up and shaking his hand after the game, because guys like him are good for the CFL, and his skill set is great on that front. And Powell, a guy from Hamilton, I actually walked up to that guy when I was the head coach in BC. I said, we need guys like you in our league. I'm glad you're in this league, because you're going to be a player and that you keep working. And this is a guy I didn't even know, but that's a guy that really popped out to me that I think can do some really good things. So, and then Jordan, again, Jordan's been there for a year now. So I know with quarterbacks that when Cody's working with the same offensive coordinator and the same head coach and knows what's going on, it just helps the cause all around. So, like I said, lots of reasons for optimism, and that you can start at a higher level. But I think everyone involved knows that in pro football, you better be on top of your game and be ready to go in order to have a good chance.
Right on. Okay, Rick, thanks for doing this. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again, especially once the season gets going. But welcome back to Green and Gold, and hope it's a great run for you here as part of the club. Thanks so much.
Awesome. I appreciate the time, and look forward to CFL football coming up.
Yeah, we're getting there. That's Rick Campbell, coaching analyst for the Edmonton Elks. So he's explained why he's been hired. I really enjoyed that explanation. And football is such a tactical, technical game, and so many game situations. I remember reading an article a few years ago. There was a married couple, and they tracked, I think for NFL and NCAA football, they tracked how teams manage the clock at the end of halves and at the end of games.
Really?
And like all these instances where it was like, why did you do that? Why did you just run the ball 3 times? I think I think Eli was still the quarterback of the Giants, and they were at the 2 with like a minute 50 left and tried 3 passes for a touchdown and kicked a field goal, but we're only up 6, and it was like, yes, if they get the points, you win, but the other team was out of timeouts. Like, you could have just run the ball, not even gotten a touchdown, kicked a field goal, and left the other team, 10 seconds instead of a minute 40. Or I don't remember the exact time, but you know what I mean? But that type of stuff needs to be studied, and you see it on the sidelines. Well, you would have lived it as a player, like those big sheets. Like that's part of what's on there. Like, okay, what do we do? When do we? How do we maximize?
It's all situational.
Yeah. It's like one simple thing to think of. So a few years ago they added a second timeout in the CFL. So now you see teams that are trailing take a timeout right before the 3-minute warning.
Yeah.
Get in one extra play, and then the 3-minute warning is a timeout, and then you have another timeout after. So that's a simple thing. But what was that play we talked about in Hamilton? 3rd and 2. We had Mark in studio. They could have gone for it, punted to Hamilton. Yeah. Hamilton drives the ball and kicks a field goal. Now, Mark Killam said, look, we had him on their 4-yard line. We should have won.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe there's some statistical thing or analytical thing where Rick Campbell's going to say, no, wait a minute. Let's look at this instead. I really think that's important.
Well, and the way I look at it is that Rick Campbell's been around the CFL since 1999. This man knows the CFL inside and out.
Right.
Okay, so you're bringing him in to the fold as another set of eyes, another set of ears, and somebody with a vast amount of experience. Mm-hmm. And I do appreciate what he said about that. He said, yeah, Ed talked to me about it, and we talked to Mark about it. And, Mark had to be the guy that was on board with this to make this all work.
Yeah.
To make this work as a new addition in the coaching room. So they did they did their homework. This wasn't a rush decision. And I mean, to have somebody with that much experience coming in and say, hey, by the way, Rick, you're only focused on our opponents. Don't worry about game planning. Don't worry about special teams. You just put your focus on the opponents. That is a massive, massive upgrade and advantage for the Elks.
Yeah. I think it's somebody said to me yesterday, well, Mark Killam, he's not long for the Elks. And I'm like, okay, settle down.
No. This team is
not Killam's replacement.
No,
this is not. We got to supervise Killam. This is someone to add to the coaching staff, not there as the next guy.
I have said it before. I'll say it again. When they started making these changes and the dominoes were falling, which led to Mark Killam's hiring, this team is moving in the right direction. Rick Campbell agreed. He said the ebbs and flows of CFL are changing in the Elks' favor. I agree with that. This team will win a Stanley Cup, a Grey Cup in the next 5 years. 100%. And then you'll find Mark Killam might be the head coach here for a long time. And I certainly hope that, because he's a local U of A guy, good guy, cut his teeth as a special teams coordinator, deserved the job. And I thought he had a great season last year. Adding Rick Campbell, I just think that's a huge advantage.
Yeah, we're getting there. Closer and closer to the CFL season.
Can't wait.
Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. We need a dozen thumbs to get to 100. We don't want to have a non-100 thumb show, especially with Jay back. Well, you were giggling at something during the last commercial. What's going on?
This was too good. Okay. The real Slim Davy. If we had texted the day, this might get it. He said, Reid Wiseman is expected to return to Earth as Reid Wisechild.
Going back in time. That's pretty good. That's very good.
We do have a pre-Good Friday birthday limerick.
Okay.
From our good friend Abutski.
Okay.
It's the anniversary of Reid's birth. A man of quite modest girth. He once roasted Smitty, whose take was quite... The meek shall inherit the earth.
Oh, jeez. That's sort of like what we were talking about earlier, which we won't get too much into. Oh, we love getting your limericks. You can email them, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. You know how to text us as well, the River Crew Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. I should add, if you're on YouTube, I've been talking about the thumbs up. If for some reason you haven't, or you're newer, or you're figuring stuff out on YouTube, subscribe to the channel as well. Because then when you go into YouTube, the latest content will be recommended to you. It'll be easier to find all our videos and all our stuff. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, thanks for using those apps. Remember to explain to other people how to use them, how to find Edmonton Sports Talk. I mean, if you're an established listener, you're probably like, what is Reid talking about?
And thank you.
Thank you, but trust me, we still get the what's Edmonton Sports Talk? Where's Dustin Nielsen?
I'll tell you what happened today.
Yeah, Reid, did you move to Bermuda after you left Ched?
No, I
was only there for a month and a half.
We put out a promotional video on our Instagram and Facebook story today.
Right.
Just saying, hey, here's what's coming up on the show. Somebody messaged to our Facebook page.
Oh, really?
Hey, how do I listen to this?
Well, I didn't see that.
Well, I don't. It's on the Facebook. I don't know if you have access to the Facebook stuff.
I do, yeah, but I didn't see that. Sorry.
And I said, okay, EdmontonSportsTalk.com or go on YouTube and search Edmonton Sports Talk. Go on iHeartRadio. And you know what this person said? I really like Reid's giggle. Tee-hee.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
which
is nice.
Give the people what they want.
I can't do it on demand, which is nice because I have gotten complaints about my laugh over the years.
That is just somebody in a bad mood.
True. That's true.
Who would complain about your
giggle? It's the
cutest damn thing I ever did here.
Well, everybody's got a different opinion. Hey, look, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
Don't say that.
I definitely got it maybe more at Ched. This stupid, annoying laugh. Why don't you quit laughing? Why are you laughing at your own jokes?
That's my favorite. It's my favorite part of the Oilers media scrums is when I hear you laugh, Reid.
I don't laugh that often.
Well, you chuckle. You chuckled last night when Ingram was speaking. He had some pretty funny things to say, though.
If I would have been there when he talked about his brother throwing him in the fireplace, I probably would have. That's an odd image.
I think your laugh's fine.
Well, I'm not. Plus, it doesn't. Just saying, people will complain about stuff sometimes. So it's nice somebody likes it.
There's a lot of negative Nellies or Nathans out there.
Well, and a lot of what you'd have people commenting off the heat of a battle of the Oilers lost, right?
Well, after games, you can't. Yes, they're unhappy about it.
So take that with a grain of salt.
Everything. Yeah, the parking, they lost because the parking was too much,
Mex Pizzozu, to complain about a laugh might be the grumpiest thing a person can be.
Yeah, it's not a laughing matter.
Oh,
Coob.
Coob, I'll tell you what. Just because of that, what do we got here? You know what? In about an hour, 20, 25 minutes, you ship off.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You can borrow my CSI Vigorville DVDs.
We should do a show from the egg.
We should. So there was a guy. It's
called is it Pisanka or Pisanka?
I don't know. I never say it. There was a gentleman. I think he still listens, but I don't think he lives in the Edmonton area anymore. Jeremy from Glendon.
Oh,
he always used to text into Inside Sports.
I know a Jeremy from Glendon.
Being in Vegreville, and I used to joke that he had a condo inside the egg.
Well, Glendon. Do you know what Glendon's claim to fame is?
The Big Pierogi.
The Big Pierogi.
Yeah. But then I think he was living in Vegreville, and I said he lived inside the egg. That'd be a great place to have.
Let's do a show from the egg.
I have to start listing all of these shows.
Where we're going to do our show.
Do a ton of shows.
Yeah. Well, if there's anybody from the town of Vegreville that wants to bring some pizzazz, and maybe they have a big Vegreville Days.
Yeah, we could go.
Maybe we could go and promote Veg Days.
Paint some
eggs.
Pisanka. I think it's Pisanka.
Pisanka.
Yeah.
I said Pisanka, which made me think of Cool Runnings. Son, come on, what you smoking? I'm not smoking, man. I'm just breathing. Remember that?
Mrs. Coolidge's. Someone poisoned Mrs. Coolidge's borscht. Oh my God.
There you go.
Okay. Oh my God. Corporal Korpeniuk. Someone poisoned Mrs. Coolidge's borscht. Well, that person can beat it. On the show. Well, someone's annoyed that we're having fun. Right now, someone's annoyed that we're having fun.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you a hug there.
Yeah.
Just enjoy your day.
It's 5:03, buying or selling for Damon Bunting coming up. We'll have some hockey, some football, and some baseball in that segment. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library is ahead as well.
Two guys and a goalie.
Jack Roslovic would be worth a 4-year, $5 million contract. Hire or fire it.
Jack Roslovic is 29 years old. I like him as a player, man, but I don't know why I feel like if he signs a deal, he just shuts it right. I shouldn't feel this way. The only team that wanted him last year was the Edmonton Oilers.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brew House has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brew House has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brew House. Your day just got happier.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
The Oilers having 2024 7th round pick William Nickel to a 3-year entry-level deal. The 19-year-old has 26 points in 32 games this season in the OHL with the London Knights and 3 games today in the NHL. Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West, 1 point behind the Predators for the second wildcard spot with the game in hand on Nashville. Out in Cali, San Jose, Anaheim dropped the puck. The Ducks leading the division, 2 points up on the Oilers, 1 game in hand, while the Sharks are on the outside, 2 points behind Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. And after going down with an ACL sprain last night, Cody Ponce of the Blue Jays is set to consult a surgeon to evaluate the severity of his injury. Blue Jays back at it Friday, opening a 3-game series with the White Sox. On the court, Toronto hosts Sacramento, 6 o'clock tip-off. No Brandon Ingram or Manuel Quickly in that one, while Scotty Barnes is questionable with a shoulder injury. 8 other games on tap. New York, Memphis, they battle. We also see the Spurs and Warriors meet for the nightcap at 8 o'clock. Having things kick off with the 76ers and Wizards momentarily. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
One complaint about the pineapple cheesecake, it wasn't cottage cheese.
Well, guess what I ate today? Before that, actually, as a snack.
Cottage cheese and pickles.
No, close. Cottage cheese and seasoning salt.
Oh!
And a Tupperware.
Coop, yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks. Lots of dairy.
You're an amazing man.
On the docket today.
By the way, we're over 100 thumbs on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Keep clicking. Or if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do so. If you've already clicked the thumbs up, then click the share button. Speaking about astronauts de-aging, and send the show, if I get turned back time.
Oh!
Yeah. Send the show link off to somebody else. We're going to have a fun final hour. We've been having a pretty fun show overall. So Oilers in Chicago tomorrow, right? That's at Rogers Place. That is a 7 o'clock game. So we will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by the incredible Tom Gazzola starting at 6. The Oilers at practice today. So McDavid between Podkolzin and Savoy. Nugent-Hopkins was between Doc and Roslovic. Doc not quite ready to go, filling in for Hyman, who missed practice today. Dickinson with Kapanen and Frederick. So Frederick going to come in. Szymanski likely going to come out because Henrique was with Jones and Lazar. Defense still Eck with Bush, Nurse with Murphy, Wallman, and Emerson. It's got to be Ingram tomorrow, doesn't it?
How could you not start him after?
You got to keep riding him, see what he can do. Great story. Great story.
Great story. I mean, we've been talking about this for a while. Is when the next time Tristan Jarry will get the net?
I think it's Tuesday in Utah.
Yeah, it's on that the back-to-back games.
And he already played Utah
on the road.
Right, same building.
I mean, it's not your guy going into the playoffs, right?
No.
And let's not forget, I mean, Connor Ingram hasn't played all that many games this year, right? It's
in
not
the grand scheme of things, yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, he hasn't had the workload of a number one goaltender that's been starting all year. So
there will be, if players get healthier and can stay healthy, there will be some roster decisions ahead for the Oilers. I think that's a good thing. Knobloch says they want to work everybody in, so if they remain healthy, there may be some guys scratched who perhaps don't deserve to be scratched, but I think they want to give everybody some games going into the playoffs. How about that D pairing of Darnell Nurse and Connor Murphy?
Yeah, they're starting to get some chemistry, and those two are big, strong defensemen. They take up a lot of room. Hard to beat one, and if you beat one, you got another one to beat. But I think their chemistry is building on the just the puck play and knowing where the guy is and where to put it so he can break the puck out. And it's been a lot more effective being able to move the puck up to our forwards. But I think the biggest attribute is, they both skate very well. They're both physical. They defend well. So having those two out there, it's just not easy to play against.
Well, which is good because sometimes the Oilers are easy to play against, or they certainly were when they were slumping earlier this season. Do you take anything, Jay? I mean, I talk about it, the good old QO, the quality of the opponent. Does that cast a little shade on this winning streak for you, or are you just like, look, they need points, they need good habits, just start winning?
Why would it?
Well, because they played Tampa. I don't think they played bad against Tampa, but they just weren't good enough. I thought they played bad against Florida, despite not thinking that.
Right now, you're just trying. It doesn't matter the opponent. You're just trying to better your game day over day. But I mean, they beat Utah. They beat Las Vegas. They beat Anaheim. I mean, I know the Pacific isn't all that good in the grand scheme of things, but you're still beating teams that are playoff worthy, that you might face down the road in the playoffs.
Right.
So no, and the emotional side of it, the sports science behind it says winning's good. When is a win bad? And to get your first 4-game win streak of the season this late in the season, I mean, what are you? I don't know. We'd have to look at this. Maybe we can look into this tomorrow. Say of the last 10 Stanley Cup champions, what their record was coming down the home stretch.
Well, yeah, we should look at the last.
You know what I mean?
Season or
because
something like that. Yeah.
It just seems like the teams that are going into it feeling good on a good trajectory are the ones that have eventually go and win it. So it doesn't matter who it is you're winning or you're beating. To me, at least, it's just that you're playing. I mean, look at the way they beat Seattle last night. Say all you want about Seattle. That's an NHL team.
Sure.
Those are good players on that team. Grubauer is a pretty damn good goaltender. And you suffocated them. They had their chances, but then your goaltender stood up. I mean, the way they won that game last night was quite, for Oilers fans, that must have been quite enjoyable to see.
I mean, I know this is easy for me to say in hindsight because the game's over. After the first period, I thought this might be a shutout tonight.
But you can never say that.
You can never say that. You can think it, though.
You just
can't
stand
police
up.
my brain.
You just stand up in the press box. Hey, guys. Yeah. Shutout's coming. Wilkie called it.
I declare a shutout. No, but they played great. Ingram's looking good. Makes the saves he needs to make. Makes a few tough ones along the way. So that was impressive for the Oilers. Buying or selling is the name of this segment, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. The NFL earlier this week changed the rules for a short kick. Okay? I don't like calling them onside kicks because all kickoffs are actually onside. But
true,
or one you're going to kick short and try to recover. So when they've been tinkering with the kickoff for a few years now, right? So it was at first you could only kick off if you were behind in the fourth quarter, and then you could declare a short kick. Then you could do it at any time, and now you can do it as the leading team as well.
But you still have to declare.
Yes, but buying or selling, has the NFL made a rule that's never going to be like? Why would a team with the lead ever attempt a short kick? I mean, maybe playoff point differential, which is one of the lower down tiebreakers, I believe, in the NFL. Like, why would you be up? I know it happens, but it usually happens. It would happen before with surprise kicks. Well, we got him on the ropes. But now, why would you try to do that when the other team knows it's coming and they're so hard to recover?
Why would they do that? Why would a team with the lead perform a short kick?
Right.
Is it maybe just to be jerks?
I don't know.
Like
you practice it?
You're up by 20 and you want to get your backup rookie QB in for some reps?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's why. Like, honestly. Is for games that are... Well, no, but you'd be like... Can you imagine how the special teams coordinator or head coach that would do that would be persecuted by his fan base and the opponent's fan base?
Right.
I don't know. This whole rule where you have to declare it is the stupidest thing the NFL has ever done.
But how do you do... But then you're saying that the whole changing of the kickoff, where now everybody lines up at the far end of the field from the kickers, you're saying that that's stupid too.
I don't like any of the new kickoff. Yeah. Like, just kick the damn ball. Right? That's... concussions and long-term injury in the NFL do not come mostly from kickoffs. They don't.
Didn't they say there were a lot of injuries on kickoff?
There are a lot, but a lot of long-term injuries come in the trenches, come in the O-line, D-line, front seven on either sides.
Okay.
You're going to have big collisions on kickoffs. And guess what? With them starting where they start, you're still going to have big collisions. These are massive humans running at each other. But to change it where you have to announce it, I mean, how many... That was, I mean, what was the Super Bowl? I forget. It was Indianapolis and
the Bears. No,
New Orleans.
New Orleans and the Bears. No,
Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
Right, and Indianapolis came out in the second half where, Indianapolis came out and kicked the short kick.
Didn't they have a 3-point lead?
Yeah, it was a gutsy play, but they got the ball, took it down, and scored. Because of the element of surprise.
I'll look this up here. Super Bowl XLIV. Saints Colts. What was the score at the time?
Wasn't it in New Orleans? No, but didn't New Orleans win that? Sorry.
Yes.
Like big. Maybe I got it wrong.
The Colts were set to receive the ball to start the second half.
It was New Orleans that
were caught by surprise when the Saints executed a surprise onside kick. This was the first onside kick attempted before the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl. The Saints got it. And the Saints were behind when it happened. It was 10-6 Colts.
Yeah, it was a tight enough game.
Didn't
Seattle or Saints win 42-10?
No, it wasn't that bad. It was 31-17. 31-17. So it was 10-6 Colts at the half. Saints outscored the Colts 10-7 in the third and 15-0 in the fourth.
Yeah. Do you think that changed the flow of the game?
Yeah, a little bit. And now you can't really do that.
Now you can't do that. Well, you can, but then guess what? You're going to have to tell the other team, and they can get their hands team on, which makes a huge difference, and get prepared for it. I mean, the element of surprise was the factor in that kick.
Do you remember, I don't even know if it was the Red Blacks. It might have been the Renegades. It was the Elks at the time. They had some DB that was just getting torched. And Ottawa got a touchdown, and he was lined up not like right on the 45, but kind of that second tier. And the kicker just floated a ball right to him, and sure enough, he dropped it. I guess that's not the same, but even that you couldn't really do.
Well,
because you got to land it in that kicking area, the landing area, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's why the NFL has to do it off the ground, because if it was in the air, you can fair catch it.
Right, the CFL does. Yeah, that's the thing in the CFL. You can just pop it up in the air and just bat it out of bounds.
And you get your tallest guy out there and bat it out of bounds.
Yeah,
it's your ball.
Because in the NFL, you couldn't just knock it out of bounds. You'd have to catch it. Anyway, I don't see why you would ever try a short kick, declare an onside kick with the lead.
With the lead. That might be a rule, like you said, that is never used.
Right. So somebody decided, hey, we should put this in there. And what coach is going to be like, okay, we just kicked a field goal to go up 3 with 15 seconds left. Short kick! We have a 4% chance of recovering it. 96% chance of giving the other team the ball already in field goal range.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that.
You probably wouldn't.
But then what? Yeah, I guess you probably wouldn't. But if you did, maybe that came up in the coaches meeting. That, hey, if they're up by 10 and they really want to put the gun, just drive the sword in our back, and there's no rule that says you have to surprise or you have to declare when you have the lead. I bet you that was why. Because if you could really dig that sword in their back more and not have to surprise and say there's no rule.
Yeah, maybe.
That's probably what it is about.
Mex in the nasty chat says, since Toronto is not making the playoffs, do you know if we get Cuthbert and not Jack Michaels? I do not know that. So what Canadian teams are going to be in the playoffs? Oilers? He'll do the Canadians games, won't he?
Well,
they put Cuthbert and Simpson on the Montreal games?
It'd just be Edmonton and Montreal at this point, unless Winnipeg gets in. Well, I guess Ottawa.
Ottawa could. Yeah, Winnipeg and Ottawa could get in. Edmonton, would we say Edmonton and Montreal? The Canadians are pretty safe, aren't they?
Canadians right now...
they could get first in that division.
Well, they're only 4 points behind Buffalo.
Okay.
8 games. They've got a game in hand on Buffalo.
Okay.
But the wild card... Yeah. Montreal's pretty safe. Oh, yeah, they are safe.
I don't know how they're going to decide.
Well,
I guess if they give Cuthbert a series, I would think they would.
Boston's only 2.
But then who is it that does the Montreal games? Is it Bartlett? I'm drawing a blank now. Somebody will remember. Isn't it Bartlett and Galley?
That do what? Sorry?
That do the Canadians games for Hockey Night in Canada usually?
I couldn't tell you, Reid.
Yeah, I don't know where they would put Simpson and Cuthbert.
Reid, Montreal is not as safe as... Well... Yeah, they are. Sorry. Because Boston's behind them by 2 points. Then the third team behind them that would be in the Atlantic is Ottawa. And there's a big drop-off in the wild card from Boston to Columbus. 6 points. So Montreal might be in jeopardy of not staying in the top 3 in the Atlantic.
Bartlett and Galley, yeah.
But they look to be just fine. They'll either be the wild card or who knows where they rank in the Atlantic. Quite a race. I mean, look at that Eastern Conference. Columbus is second. They're wild card 2. Down to wild card 6. There's 3 points separating those teams.
Yeah, I would think I mean, Bartlett and Galley is pretty good. I like Galley, but I mean, they're not going to put Cuthbert and Simpson on the sidelines because the Jets didn't make it. So, I don't know what they would do. I don't know who they would bump to put Cuthbert on, but I mean, Montreal's the biggest market. And if you want your national guys on that, it would probably be someone in the East, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Though if the Jets get in, I mean, they've had Harner Ryan doing games, right? Would they let's say the Canadians, Jets, and Oilers make the playoffs? Would they move Bartlett and Galley to the Jets games and give Cuthbert and Simpson the Canadians? Or they wouldn't put Cuthbert and Simpson on the Jets, would they? I don't know. I've never had to make these decisions, but I would think we would have Jack in the first round for sure. Just my guess. 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino turning 20 this year, celebrating big until October 26th. How about it? Over $1 million in prizes, 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, and 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. RiverCreeResort.com. All right, we still got your words of the day. More on the Oilers and Hawks coming up tomorrow night. Here's the Coop.
Have signed 2024 7th-round pick William Nickel to a 3-year entry-level deal. Just 3 games in the NHL today. Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West, 1 point behind the Predators for second wildcard spot with a game in hand on Nashville. And from San Jose, the Ducks, Sharks, they dropped the puck. Anaheim leading the division 2 points ahead of the Oilers. 1 game in hand. San Jose on the outside, 2 points back of Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. And after going down with an ACL sprain last night, Cody Ponce of the Blue Jays is set to consult a surgeon to evaluate the severity of his knee injury. Jays back at it Friday, opening a 3-game series with the White Sox. And on the court, Toronto hosts Sacramento at 6. No Brandon Ingram or Manuel Quickly for the Raps. Scotty Barnes also questionable for that one with a shoulder injury. Pair of games live right now. 76ers up 26-18 on the Wizards. Under 4 to go in the first. At that same time, Atlanta trails by 7 to Orlando. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. TheRanch.com. Visit theranchgolf.com. Today, more with Reid and Jay after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The oil stream.
I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
Again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
I think they would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brew House has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brew House has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brew House. Your day just got happier.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Love the thrill of competition, but prefer to keep it classy?
Well, it's as classy as you can get when Dustin Nielsen is the host.
Join us April 14th at Bell and Scona for Edmonton Sports Talk Bid for Kids, presented by GS Construction.
A night filled with special guests, auctions, and a ton of prizes in support of Kids Bar.
No whistles, no play clock,
just a room full of generous hearts.
EST's Bid for Kids. Get your tickets at kidsportbidsforkids.com.
Use promo code ESTBIDS for 10% off.
Must you click? Click. Must you click?
Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers practicing earlier today. Looks like Trent Frederick will return to the lineup tomorrow after missing a few games. Probably Josh Szymanski going to be the scratch, but I guess we'll find out more for sure tomorrow. 780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. The off-topic topic we should revisit because we've been getting some submissions. So we said for fun, pitch a movie or TV show using some of the characters that I do voices for on this show, or we talk about.
This one comes from Chris S. An unlikely crime-fighting duo forms. The River Lion, a renegade with multiple vendettas, and Cooper the Corgi, whose by-the-book nature often keeps his partner in line. When cases reach dead ends, they have to head to the lair of knowledge to consult with their cryptic friend, the bookbinder.
Oh, wow, that is good. So he's like the, what would you call it?
What was the Gandalf?
Or he's sort of like the guy back in the lab. Or I don't know. Like the mentor, so to speak.
Yeah. Like,
we're really proving our vast TV knowledge here. Yeah, but we get it. That's a good one, though. That's a well-developed idea. So who was it again? Who are the detectives? Chris S.
Oh, no. So Cooper the Corgi
is the detective.
They're fighting the River Lion.
Coop the Corgi and who?
The bookbinder.
Oh, I thought the bookbinder was just like back at the office, like the crusty old detective. Oh, he's actually in the field.
A consultant.
He's a consultant. Okay. That's really good. We've had some good ones coming in. I mean, you could have one about Hans Gruber takes over as the coach of the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys Pigeons and has to whip them into shape. You got you got the clumsy Booger McBoogerton. You got the clumsy Jablonski.
But then he has to hire Jablonski's coach as the assistant.
Jablonski, McLean, Jablonski, you're in for McLean. Jablonski, I have told you 1,000,000 times, inbound the ball.
No, he's throwing it into the wall. He's all confused. Oh, my goodness. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't already.
Alfred. Would that be a good...
Who's Alfred?
What movies? We were talking about...
Batman's butler?
Yeah, like, mentors.
Oh, mentors, yeah.
I come in from Jason
I get a sneeze. We're going to do a trivia card?
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Well, a 3-pack.
Yeah, I shouldn't have sniffed all that pepper earlier. I'm just like grinding pepper straight onto my nose. Oh, my God.
All right, play along at home. Time for movie trivia.
Okay.
The line, "Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room," is from what movie?
Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Love the Bomb and Stop Worrying. That's one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time.
Dr. Strangelove?
Yes. Peter Sellers plays, I think, 4 different characters and is hilarious. And yeah, that's one of the lines. "Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room."
Who plays an airline security expert trapped on a hijacked jet in Passenger 57?
Snipes? Wesley Snipes.
What Ingmar Bergman film features death winning a chess game?
Oh, which one is that? The Seventh Seal? I have not seen that, by the way.
How do you know that then?
You just know stuff from being interested in stuff.
No, you don't just know stuff.
Yes, if you're interested in stuff and you talk about stuff and you read about stuff and you worked in a video store for 3 years, 30 years ago, you stuff leaks into you.
You're the oracle.
Stuff leaks into you. But actually, stuff can't leak into stuff. Stuff fills you. You get filled.
I don't like either of the things you just said.
Sorry.
During what decade was the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers filmed? What decade?
The 1960s? 50s? 50s. So 3 out of 4 on that. Was that side?
In what Adam Sandler movie does Jack Nicholson repeat the word goose fraba?
Oh, which one were they in? Was it the psychiatric one? Does it have what is it called again? Goob, do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think you're on the...
Analyze This.
No.
Oh, crap.
The other one.
No, it was the other one.
Anger Management.
Analyze This is a good movie, though.
Who was in? Was that Billy Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who?
Wasn't it De Niro?
Yeah.
Was he in that too?
I thought so.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, so that was Nicholson and Sandler.
Yeah.
It was De Niro and Crystal and Analyze This. Okay.
And then
they did Analyze That. What was the third one? I don't know.
Analyze the other thing.
Analyze This or Dat.
What movie and TV series uses the phrase, "There can only be one"?
Highlander.
What is the name of the Irish gang in Gangs of New York?
Oh, the Rabbits? It has another name to it. Oh. Crap. I can't remember.
Dead Rabbits.
The Dead Rabbits.
What space station?
Which is a weird name. Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to join the Dead Rabbits. Like,
Yeah,
why
that
would you?
doesn't sound
Like,
all
you're
that
weakening yourself.
Enticing. What space station is being rebuilt in Return of the Jedi?
Come on.
Coob?
Seriously? The Death Star.
Yeah. One of the easiest questions of all time.
Well, you went, what?
6 for 8?
6 for 8. That's not bad.
Not bad. Hey, it's Goodwill Wednesday.
It
Here
is.
on Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. Goodwill Wednesday, powered by Goodwill Industries of Alberta, Alberta's nonprofit thrift stores and donation centers. Your donations empower Albertans with disabilities through the power of work and the dignity of a job. One purchase, one donation, one job, one choice. Goodwill is the power of one. Visit goodwill.ab.ca for more information. The tops we are wearing today, we picked up at Goodwill. I'm quite enjoying mine. This is super comfortable. I'll probably wear it out for supper tonight. And you have the Blue Jays. That's a great shirt, Jay.
92, 93, back-to-back world champs.
Yeah, so we found them at Goodwill. We went to them, what is it, about 187th Street?
Something like
and
that.
Stony Plain Road, not far from the station here. And we were quite impressed. And like, there's the clothing, but we were looking at record players, CD players, storage stuff, lamps. I'm not even doing it justice. They have a lot of cool things there. Goodwill.ab.ca. Find a location in Edmonton. Go check it out. And of course, don't forget too, maybe you want to make a donation and help somebody out. Coob, what are you giggling about? Coob's all giggly. What happened?
I'm just very happy.
Did a girl message you?
No.
Coob, that rhymes with cute. Are you okay over there?
Oh,
You're very mischievous
fantastic.
today. Like you're pointing at
what's
stuff.
going on with you
You're
today?
pointing at stuff. You're giggling. You're eating cottage cheese. What's happening?
I really like my jersey that I got from Goodwill.
Yes. So you're wearing. What did you get? A basketball? Or did you feel left out? I'm sorry.
No. I just saw myself in the replay. I was laughing at myself.
Well,
because this is quite the outfit. I totally attempted to make the worst outfit possible for me. I'm a frequent shopper at Goodwill, and I love any location that I've been to. Have found great finds around here in the West End, even South Side, elsewhere. I think that maybe a North End location, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But I this time wanted to get a spring fit, and the fit doesn't fit fully, and I did that by purpose, and it's really funny.
I wonder if number 12 from the Blue Balls.
Yeah, what
Blue
is the
Balls.
meaning of? Why does it say blue balls on your jersey? Just explain it, please.
That screams men's league basketball.
Yeah, it's a men's league basketball team, I think.
But they
It's
somebody
found it on the
donated
rack,
his old jersey, and Coob bought it.
and it's
That's
reversible.
incredible.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we want to get into the meaning of it here.
Well, no, but
But
you
Maybe they played
decided
with
The
blue
origin.
basketballs.
Yeah, probably. I think
Yeah.
that's the meaning.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right. So, and you got what sort of not a Hawaiian shirt, but a flowery shirt?
Yeah, very flowery.
And did you have
nice.
something for the next time we have it? Do you have another? Because Jay and I both have other tops we're going to wear.
Yeah, we got
my
outfits.
next one's pretty exciting.
I'll have
Fits.
to find something else.
Well, you could just reverse your jersey.
True enough, actually. It is a reversible jersey.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'll be wearing this jersey.
Oh, what's
again.
the other side? Is it blue?
It's blue with white text. Right
So
now,
it's
it's white with blue text.
Okay.
Blue balls number 12.
Does it have a name on the back? Like
Oh, that
some
would be
guy.
awesome.
No, it's just-
imagine if it was Jablonski.
I should get that I should get a Jablonski name tag for this. That would be all time.
Well, Coob, you're an amazing man.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. You guys are great people too.
But it is Goodwill Wednesday,
Yeah.
goodwill.ab.ca. We have another great partner jumping on board today, and this is a well-known institution of a company. Lambley's presenting portions of the show. Built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship, and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lambley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lambley's can make your workday better. And if you thought that live read was good, look what we can cap it off with.
LAMMLES.
Great to have Lambley's on board.
Can I ask you a question?
Please do. Oh, you just did. I love that line. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Question for you. Have you always said the word worthy?
Yeah, I think I say it incorrectly. I don't know.
I don't think you do. In fact, the way you say it makes it sound more...
I probably say it both ways. What did I say? Worthy?
You said worthy.
But it's worthy.
Is it?
I think so. I probably said it wrong.
I
think it's one of my hanger pronger things.
Well, or stinger.
Right.
Right?
But then again, people still know the word I'm saying. It's not
They
like I'm
do.
saying fragile for Gilly or something like that.
But I appreciate... I think it sounds more professional when you say it. We aren't worthy. You say it your way.
What did they say in the movie? We aren't worthy. They said worthy.
Well, they say worthy, but you say it how you say it.
What did I say? Now I don't even know how I say
You
it.
would say we aren't worthy.
That's probably wrong.
But it sounds
worthy. The
Right.
word on its own is worth.
I'm saying I think you're right, and the rest of us have been pronouncing it wrong.
I'm probably not right.
all along.
I admit I have some funky pronunciations for probably a couple of words. Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'd say run with it.
People know what I'm saying.
You're going to be reading that liner for a while.
Yeah,
so
which
I
is
think
good.
it's worth
Yeah,
it.
we got to do it at least once a day. Cowboy worthy durability. Like it just comes off to say cowboy worthy durability. To me, it sounds unnatural the second way.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do whatever I want. Who's going to stop me?
You're darn right you will.
Darn tootin' I will. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Is your play still active? Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up at playalberta.ca. What do you have?
Colorado Avalanche to win by 2 or more goals, and the Anaheim Ducks and San Jose Sharks game to have 7 or more total goals, so the over goals. That has been boosted to plus 200. Another good one is the EST Afternoons Let's Do It parlay. I saw a couple, I believe Casino Dealer Jay's in on it. Big Uke's in on it. Anaheim Ducks to win. Nichushkin to have 3 or more shots on goal, and Artemi Panarin 3 shots on goal.
Oh, wow.
Plus 715.
That game hasn't started yet?
These are all late ones. The earliest game is at 8. It starts at 8. Wait a minute. No, they're not terribly late tonight. They're going to start at 6:30. 6:30, 7.
Okay.
Local time.
Right. Blue Jays couldn't. What were they? 1 for 8, 1 for 9 with runners on base, something like that.
Yeah, they left a lot of stranded runners.
Well, they had them loaded. They might have got 1 run that inning, but they left them loaded. And then I think the next inning they left 2 on. Couldn't tie it in the bottom of the 10th. So yeah, 4-2 homestand, still not bad. I think Gosman, man, he's playing awesome. He's striking like it felt like every time we looked up, he struck somebody else out. He's dealing, Jay.
Thanks, Chet. How many Ks did he have? He was over 10. Right?
I had the box score open, and now I closed it. I think it was 10 or 11.
Yeah,
pretty good performance. All right, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. If you're in the Nasty Chat on YouTube, thanks for being there. Again, if you have not yet, for some reason, given us a thumbs up, please do so. We need 6 more to get to 120. So you haven't given us a thumb, do it. Let's get to 120 by the end of the show. And it is Words of the Day next.
19-year-old William Nickel has been signed by the Edmonton Oilers. 3-year entry-level deal for him. The 2024 7th round pick for Edmonton has 26 points in 32 games for the OHL London Knights this season. 3 games in today's NHL. On tap today, Kings hosting the Blues. LA 3 points ahead of St. Louis in the West, 1 point behind the Predators for the second wildcard spot out west with a game in hand on Nashville. And from San Jose, the Ducks Sharks, they drop the puck. Anaheim leading the division by 2 points on the Oilers, 1 game in hand. San Jose's on the outside, 2 points behind Nashville with a pair of catch-up games. And after going down with an ACL sprain last night, Cody Ponce of the Blue Jays is set to consult a surgeon in LA to evaluate the severity of his knee injury. Jays back at it Friday, opening a 3-game series with the White Sox. Live now in the majors, top of the first, Twins Royals, they're runless on the court. Toronto hosting Sacramento at 6 o'clock. No Brandon Ingram or Manuel Quickley, while Scotty Barnes is questionable with a shoulder injury. Total of 9 games on tap today, 3 of which are live. Celtics Heat tied at 13 apiece. About 3 minutes into play, and midway through the second, the Wizards with a 3-point lead on the 76ers. Words of the day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Afternoons.
Jays, Yankees 1-2 in the AL East this year?
Jays 4, Yankees 1.
You're saying the Jays will finish 4th? Yes.
Wow.
Do you really think the Blue Jays fall to 4th?
Here's what I'll say about the Toronto Blue Jays as a Yankee fan. So the Yankees are always the Yankees. The Yankees are always in the playoffs. Toronto Blue Jays, there's many times where they have a great season and then they fall the next year.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
It's a rezzed up reimagining, a cultural celebration, and a smash hit. River Cree Resort and Casino brings you Bear Grease the Musical. Don't miss this hilarious spin on the 70s classic, replacing T-Birds and Pink Ladies with a cast of characters that spotlight Indigenous language, music, and moves with a Broadway flair. Iconic numbers get a bold new spirit in the audience favorite, Bear Grease. April 26th in the venue at River Cree. Must be 18 plus. Get info and tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Are we here, Cook? We're here. In the nasty chat, Big Hunt 450 saying, today I learned where the nasty chat actually was. That's awesome. And I try to explain where it is. I guess I haven't been doing a good job. It's the chat stream on the YouTube page.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
A lot of YouTube channels or pages or videos have a chat stream. So and especially if it's something live. I mean, as you know, I'm into board games, so sometimes I might watch, a part of a playthrough or just see how the game works. I usually watch it after it's already been posted, but sometimes people will be watching it live, and the hosts who are playing the game might say, oh, Mike in our chat is wondering why I put a red token there instead of a blue. You know what? I made a mistake. Or, oh, well, in round 3, it's, whatever. Mm-hmm. So you interact like that. So that's what we have. So big, what's his name? Big Hunt 450. I believe 450 his score in 5-pin bowling. Perfection.
Maybe that's...
I'm going to proclaim that Big Hunt 450 is a master 5-pin bowler. I can give them personalities.
Sure. Could be...
or his
quad size?
His slugging percentage in baseball?
That'd be good.
Yeah. He's a great athlete. He's probably like, I'm never posting again. No, we love you. It's good. All right, let's do... Oh, words of the day already? Let's do it. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library, EPL.ca online, and learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it?
Was I 3 points out of 4 yesterday?
You know what I'm saying.
3 out of 4.
Not bad. Okay.
First word of the day, apotheosis.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I actually think this spelling is not too bad. APOTHEOSIS. Apotheosis. I got it. What would this possibly mean? Apotheosis. Is this a disease or an ability or a condition? Jay, I'll sacrifice a half point and take a sentence.
Their music reached its creative apotheosis in the late 2010s, which is also when they won 2 Grammys.
A creative peak. Or a commercial peak. Some sort of a peak.
Yeah, it is some sort of a peak.
Well, let's just take it.
Apotheosis
darts at it.
refers to the perfect form or example of something, or to the highest or best part of something.
So
highest peak, I'm giving you 1.5.
Okay. I don't know if I deserve a full half, but thank you.
Good thing
you're the judge.
I'm the guy. Man, these words stink.
What? What's wrong with them?
Second word, you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh.
Okay.
Undulate. You're going to look at me and say, are you seriously asking me?
Undulate. Well, I got to word the definition. UNDULATE.
Dun, da, da, da.
And this is something sort of waving or varying. Yeah.
Undulate is a formal word that means to move or be shaped like waves.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
All right. So 3 out of 4 again? No.
No.
You're going to give me 3.5 out of 4.
3.5 out of 4.
That's good.
Vibes are high.
I don't mind that at all. All right. Fun show, everybody. Thanks for checking us out. This live stream resumes tomorrow at 6 a.m. The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Still JMO in for Dustin.
You got it, Pontiac.
So we got our stream all day, and plus Oilers pre and post game tomorrow. Plus the morning show, the Nielsen Show, is on 95.7 Cruise FM from 6 to 9. So that's pretty cool. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Take care.